All right. Hey, y'all. Are
Hey.
y'all excited for Thursday? Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, man. It'd be so funny to me because whenever that intro come off, you could just hear the smile on my face. I'm so excited about Thursdays. Okay. First things first. Y'all know what to do. Follow us at Ooh Ladies First. Email us at ooladiesfirstpanel@gmail.com. Jamie, that's me. Bonnie Blue. Blue Rose Bondy, and myself at Niecy Dixon. Are y'all ready, Eddie?
Yes.
Yes. What's y'all? What's going on? Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start with this. What are y'all drinking?
Ooh.
Water.
Okay. So simple.
I'm always
This is
drinking water.
sparkling. You drinking regular? I'm drinking sparkling. It's called Recess
I
Mood,
heard of that.
magnesium,
Hmm.
and adaptogen infused sparkling water. Calm, cool, collected.
Oh, put that close to the screen. Put that close to the camera.
Mm,
I've seen that at
yes.
Target before.
Okay.
Yes. So, if you guys want to send us over a little package so we can advertise for you, go on ahead.
Honestly, recess.
Okay. Oh God, for real.
That's like a sleepy time drink. Have y'all seen people making those like nighttime cocktails?
Mm.
No.
Mm.
Now I want to go down a TikTok rabbit hole.
Versatile,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's a trend. They'll make
Put it in the chat.
nighttime cocktails and like wine glasses, and it'll be like cherry tart juice. I don't know if y'all ever noticed, but it's something in cherries, something in the tart that will, it's like a natural melatonin. So if I'm
Mm.
ever like super duper tired, I'll eat a whole
Yeah.
bunch of cherries and I'll be out just like that. Or I could just go buy some cherry tart juice.
I never knew that.
And I love me some damn cherries, girl. Especially
Mhm.
Oh,
once I
I'm
found out what real cherries were, because I feel like I didn't know what real cherries were because all people had was maraschino cherries. I feel
The
like it
Sonic
was,
ones.
yeah, that's terrible. I would I was like, I hate cherries because of that. And then all of a sudden one day I was like, that's cherries? Let me get that at the grocery store. I'm a fucking adult.
Girl,
Okay?
have you had the white cherries though?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I need to make an order for down to the
I think it's
fresh
been a
market.
minute since I had those. Cause don't they sell those at? I feel like Publix has had those, but they don't sell them like all year round type
Mm-mm.
thing.
I think they have
Mm-mm.
them
Yeah,
right
that's
now. I think they're in season right now at the Whole
okay.
Foods because I tried to order some white ones from Target and they ran out.
The
Cause
white
they're more like
cherries.
sour, kind of, right?
No, I feel like they're sweeter,
Mm, it's been a minute. Okay.
but not like in a dark or a
Hmm.
berry sweeter, like a
Which is why I love.
lighter, like a lighter sweet. I don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
That's why I love
Um,
me some cherry shot for that darker
I
the
have
berry,
to get
sweeter the
some of
juice
them.
flavor that be going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I might
now
need
that
to.
we on the topic of that, have y'all ever had a yellow meat watermelon?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
They be so sweet.
do
Oh
they? I be
my God.
seeing them, but I've never had them.
Yes.
I love seeing a man selling watermelon out of a truck bed. It's like, where's the yellow meat?
Mm,
Give me the yellow meat watermelon.
Yes, God.
interesting.
Well, okay, let's get into the first thing. The first thing that I want us to get into is somebody left a comment last week letting us know during the live that they had sent a listener letter. So I wanted to get to
Okay,
it this week.
Mm.
let's do it.
It's kind of a long one. I read like the first half of it, but I was like, let me save some of it for all of us to experience together. So it reads, my relationship with my mom has always been toxic. I'm her only child. She's a single parent, and we lived away from family growing up. So there was really no one around to defend me or step in when things got out of hand. We fall out every couple of years, always over something small that escalates fast. She snaps on me anytime I disagree with her, and I'm always the one apologizing, even when she's clearly in the wrong. For example, we were in New Orleans, and she made a rude comment about my husband, calling him a bum, which he's not. I said, you don't even know him like that to say that. What has he done to you specifically? That led her to calling me all types of bitches, putting me out of the car on the interstate, throwing out my purse, keeping my luggage, canceling my flight. Ooh, not your mama said it's better for you to get your to what she say, make your flight than to miss
Yeah,
your
I
luggage.
mean, it's
What she
best for you
say?
to make your flight, and we could just send your luggage.
We can send your
Okay.
luggage. I mean, it's better for you to go that. Oh, okay. And leaving me stranded. And after all that, I still apologize. There have been several other incidents just like that, and I'm always the one trying to make peace. Recently, during a visit to my grandma's house, it happened again. When I finally stood up for myself, she put her hands on me in front of my daughter and threw our things out of the car. If my daughter hadn't been there, I might have brushed it off like all the other times, but now it feels different. Now my grandma's health is declining and she wants us to get along. But honestly, she's part of the problem too. She enables my mom's behavior. I don't want my grandma to pass away with us not speaking, but I also have to protect my peace and protect my daughter. The hardest part is I can't imagine my child growing up one day and asking about her grandmother and me having to explain all of this. I grew up really close to my grandparents. I'm also the only grandchild, and I want my daughter to have the same bond, but not at the expense of her emotional safety. Am I wrong for not wanting my mom around my child at all? She's only 16 months and doesn't fully understand what's going on. How do you set boundaries with your mother when the relationship has always been one sided and no one ever holds her accountable? I truly appreciate any advice. Ugh.
No contact. I'm sorry. I don't think your child should be around her. 18 months, you still be remembering shit. You may not know what you remember, but you remember what it feels like. Babies can feel nervous energy, all that shit. And if you can't trust her to ever be accountable, you can't trust her with your kid.
Yeah, I also feel like it's not any different than you not allowing your children to go around people that don't like you. Because if they're not going to treat you right, they're not going to treat your kids right. And it seems like your mom may have some, in my opinion, I don't know what I'm thinking right out the gate. She may have some undiagnosed mental issues
Mhm.
going on
Mhm.
with her for her to react the way that she has been. Maybe something, happened when she was like, I don't know, early adulthood, maybe a childhood, not sure. But I think she has some mental situations going on that she needs to be diagnosed about. Because if she just snaps on you at the drop of a dime, just like as soon as you disagree with her, just like, and I feel like that's super erratic behavior to just throw you out on the side of the interstate and stuff. Like something you mentally have to have something going on with you. And I think you just got to start to withdraw yourself. Sometimes people have to feel the absence of you, and that might make them want to change, to have you around and also be able to have access to that grandchild. But I would say what Bondi's saying, if you can't do a hard no contact, I would just slowly stop like answering calls. You know what I'm saying? I just wouldn't be talking. If every time you get off the phone with her, you feeling a way about yourself and your mood just changed, like you can't keep doing that, because you got to make sure you're mentally right for your child that's 16 months and don't know what's going on. And because he or she does not know what's going on, you owe it to them to be in the best mental state that you can possibly be. So you can't have yourself nor your child around such a person that's going to affect your mental, in my opinion. So I would ease back. What you gotta do what's right for you at the end of the day. Like, yeah, those are our parents, those may be our relatives, but you're living a different life. And now it's husband, wife, right? So you gotta do what's gonna be best for you in your household. And that's just what it is. And a lot of times it's not gonna make people happy, but it ain't about them.
Exactly.
So if that's how they are, that's what it is. So I just fall back a little bit. Love her from
Yeah,
afar. The best you could do is pray for her. Cause I always say God gonna take care of people better than you can. So it is what it
Mhm.
is.
You ain't never lie.
that's true. I think that's good advice. The I started nodding my head before you even said mental illness because that was the first thing I was thinking about.
Yeah.
But then it also makes me wonder if maybe your mama went through something, which is why your grandmother enables her behavior and it's deeper than what you think.
Mhm.
Regardless of it being deeper than what you think, I always feel like once you reach a certain age and you know about yourself by a certain age, people done told you about yourself before. It's your responsibility to then go work on whatever issues you have. You can't just say that's just the way I am or that's just the way she is. Funny thing is, have y'all been watching Jenny and Georgia?
I
Yes.
haven't. Are they on season 3?
Yes,
Yeah,
season 3.
season 3 just came
I'm like,
out
I think I'm
last
a
week.
season behind. A season and a half behind. Okay.
So I like that show, and I felt like the timing was perfect because they're just now digging into the dynamics of like single mom daughter codependent relationship, And
Mm.
it's cool to have, like, I mean, it's not my experience, but based on like people I know and what I've seen on the show, it's cool to have like the young mom and you kind of grow up with her as like a sister. But then there's also a level of emotional codependency that you have, and you
Mhm.
feel responsible so much so that you end up shortcoming yourself. It's like what you see whenever we often talk about these ancestral relationships with the mother and the son, but on the opposite side, where
Mhm.
the mother will make the daughter feel responsible for how she feels. Um, but what I will say is, now that you are a mother, I think you need to go ahead and break the cycle. And I hate it for your grandma. I don't know how it's gonna end, but I think you're gonna have to stand on business on this one. Um to protect your peace. Would nobody be putting their hands on me? And the thing that
Absolutely.
stuck out to me, the thing that stuck out to me
Absolutely.
was whenever she said, where is it at? She said something like, I may have let it slide if my daughter wasn't there. Where was that? Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's in the
this
third
one.
yeah, the third
Yeah,
one.
third paragraph, last sentence, or second to last. If my daughter hadn't been there, I might have brushed it off like all the other times, but now it feels different. Yeah, I think what you're going through is an awakening. Should nobody be putting their hands on you? And I always tell people this: whenever you have a child, it's like the first time. Well, for one, you have to go through some type of growth that a lot of people don't reach if you don't have children. Some people don't do the self reflection and all that stuff. Sometimes it takes seeing yourself outside of your body, and
Mhm.
you don't see that until one, you go to therapy, or two, you actually have a child. If
Mhm.
you're normal, because some people still don't see themselves. But I
That's
feel
true.
like for her, this is what's happening. You see yourself outside of your body, and you like, wow, someone else is experiencing this for the first time, and this can't be their experience. So I think
Mhm.
whatever you feel in
Mhm.
your gut is exactly how you should move.
And you're not
So
wrong.
No, that was a
yeah.
great point about seeing yourself outside of yourself.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Because I feel like, I was thinking about this today, how I feel like a lot of the meditation that I did a couple of years ago helped me to where I am now, even if it didn't happen immediately. Now
Mhm.
that I'm in this space, the ability to sit with my emotions, but then also separate myself from it, as like I would envision myself separating like a twin
Yes.
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
like emotionally supporting the other half of me that is hurt or broken. I literally would just sit in a corner right in front of where I am right now and envision that.
Mm.
And I feel like that's what got me to this point of like feeling like now I'm being more like the child version of myself and giving
Mhm.
myself what I feel like I did not get back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Mhm.
that started with me not wanting to tell myself no, all the time. You know what I mean? Because that's what I experienced a lot growing up. So it's like, yeah, you really have to be able to like see outside of yourself. And now even I'm not as emotionally moved as I used to be by
Mhm.
people. Like
Mhm.
y'all know that last situation that happened, them last two situations that happened, the way I was able to like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
it wasn't as painful as some of the things that were happening when I was doing the meditation. And I
Girl.
feel like that right there, like the gift
Mhm.
of that, like finally being able to like have these things happen and look at them,
Mhm.
but not take them on inside of myself and then cause me to like be depressed or start to feel
Not
bad
take
about
them on. That's
Mhm.
yes.
That's important.
mhm.
Yeah.
A word.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Because now they're block button. Man, it be sometimes I would be real. I haven't gotten to that point. It be some times where some people just need to get cussed out.
Oh yeah, no, that still needs to happen. Please don't get me
Like,
wrong.
like
This
I'm gonna
not
be
me.
honest with you. Nine times out of ten, someone will get cussed out, and then I will
Mhm.
remove myself.
Mhm.
But the other one time out of ten, I won't take it on. I will remove.
Yes. Oh no, please
Yeah.
understand. I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm realizing just now how I've been doing it right this whole time. Somebody say some weird shit to me in comments or online, I talk my shit right back and then go block them so that they can't respond to me. So that's my way of having the last word in this motherfucker. And that's when I feel like responding to people. I didn't realize everybody wasn't doing that.
Yeah,
I definitely do that.
Mhm. Like, bitch, suck my toe, block. Okay, listen, we're not gonna talk about it.
Sometimes I may not. It depends on the mood or what's being said. Sometimes I'll be like, "Why are you even talking to me?" Block. Like
No,
I may not even respond. Like, "Why are you even talking to me?" Like,
that's a go-to response for me, Jamie. Why are you talking to me? I actually think I saw you in the comments saying that shit to somebody before.
like, bro, like, why are you talking to
Why are
me,
you
dog?
talking to
Like,
me? No, for real. Because okay, so I don't know if y'all saw that stupid ass Family Matters video, AI video
oh,
they made.
No, I
And
haven't
girl,
seen it.
I saw it and I was gonna send it to y'all. I said, nah. I said, this is too ignorant. Like I
no,
said, I
it
can't.
is.
It definitely was gonna piss everybody off. I was like, let me just
The only thing that
saw
was
that.
funny to me was Young Miami looking like Missy Elliott when they did the AI version of her. Cause it made her look like it was supposed to her be like the mom on Family Matters, but the way it looked was I was like, bitch, is that Missy Elliott? Like that was my first response. But actually watching it and watching people make light of it, it pissed me
Mm-hmm.
off. It pissed me off. And I felt like, but we're still in trial. The girl is on a stand crying right now, and the nigga trying to take her baby, and y'all like this shit is so funny. Ha ha ha. It
Mm-hmm.
reminds me of like, remember when what Tina Turner said about the way people made her abuse like a joke and a punchline and all of that shit,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
it angered her. That has
Hmm.
stayed with me ever since I watched that lady say that in that documentary because I
Damn,
loved
I
her
ain't watched
so
it. May
much.
she rest in peace.
Yes.
That is
So
so true. We do make light of abuse a lot. And I don't know if that's our as a culture coping mechanism or something
mhm.
or what. I don't even know how I feel like it probably got started watching like comic view and stuff. I think
Yes.
that's where the stuff start with the
And
jokes.
even before then, the dozens, and I think that having its startings in slavery and shit. But in the way we had to fight with each other almost to appease white people, like a
You're
weird
so
thing like
right.
that.
It does go far back to like, I mean, I'm thinking about it in a different standpoint. I think you're talking about slavery, like actually slavery. But what I'm thinking about is y'all remember that Roots? How
Mhm.
many people
Oh
used to
yeah.
make fun of Roots? Like when Kunta got his foot chopped off, it was like
Yes.
Kunta, like the way people would just joke
Kunta.
about that.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not
Yeah.
funny when
Yeah,
you
for sure.
actually think about what it was actually trying to get across. And that's the
Yeah.
same thing with this situation. First of all, and then we used to give shit time. Like we used to give shit time before it got funny. But right when it happened, it's not funny. So, like for instance, when Whitney Houston passed away, y'all jokes about her are not funny right now. Like right now, it's
Mm,
not funny. Too soon, bitch. Too soon. So with this
yeah.
situation, I said in the comments, this is not funny to me. Why are there so many people that feel the need to tell me that it's funny to them as if they want me to change my mind about this being funny? And then when I click on their picture to see who they are, it's a lot of men. And I'm like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Did you see people was making jokes about the damn about the airplane crash that took the lives of the 200 people on Air India?
No, I have
Oh,
not seen them
y'all,
do
when
I
I
that.
saw the
saw it
plane crash. I didn't know it killed all of the people. I just saw
One,
all
I
but
think
one.
one guy survived.
Yes.
One.
All but one. When the news was shared on Facebook and I
Sad.
saw this morning, I went to the comments. I kid you not, 90% of the comments was jokes, racist jokes, all types of crazy stuff. I was like, what everybody's like, what seat was he sitting in? The survivor. Like people are so insensitive. Um, so yeah, not shocked.
That's sad.
Yeah,
That's
not
sad.
shocked. Well, y'all want to get into some lighter news.
Please.
Let's get into some lighter news. We're gonna talk about the BET Awards and get into the fashions first.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. We got three quick slides, something light. These are the best pictures I could find on Fashion Bomb Daily. So I'm like, okay, why not? We're gonna get into the groups first. First, we have the Harris family on the left. In the middle, we have Candy, Riley, and it looks like they're just posing for a picture with Kyla Pratt. And then I'm excited to talk about Kyla Pratt because the last time I think we talked about her on a fashion review was when she was at the Little Mermaid premiere. And people was talking about her outfit looking too basic. Anyway, Next we got Young Thug, Mariah the Scientist, Cash Doll, and then Cash Doll's boyfriend. I think his name's like Ed or Zadir, something. I don't know. Somebody in the comments will know. Cash Doll's boyfriend. So what are y'all thinking about the looks?
Uh,
Um,
I first of all, I think Ti, Tiny, and Eris are adorable. Like I ain't gonna lie, I think that's cute. The little suit situation. Um, I think Candy and Kyla look really, really good. Like really, really good. And I think that that is so beautiful and it suits Riley. That look that because she's tall, that look suits her so well. She looked like a black, goddess or some shit. I like it. Um, I think that Young Thug is a fucking weirdo. I think Mariah the Scientist outfit is a no. And is that Cash Doll and her Timu version of Tiana's man? Because that's what he looked like.
What? You think that's a Temu version of
If you look at his face and how tall he is, like to me, yes, his face. He has a similar face. He's just a little
I would say
darker.
a Fashion Nova version.
There we go. There we go.
really? I'm gonna have to get that picture and zoom in.
But you know what
Yeah.
I'm like, honestly,
Mhm.
the gas station streetwear store version is a better a better way. But Cash Doll looks
Oh, you're right. He do look like
impeccable.
him.
Cash Doll looks impeccable. I love the dress. I love how her body looks in it. The makeup, the face, the hair. She looks beautiful.
I have to say, I do like the Harris's attire. I did think they were cute. I like the color coordination. Did y'all see Aries in the car, the Cadillac, and she was singing her mom and them escape song, and Tiny was in the back. It was
Oh,
so cute. I was like, look at you. So they look nice. They did look nice. I think Tiny, Kyla, and Riley look really, really nice. I was thinking the exact same thing, Bundy. I was like, I think it's the neck part of
Mhm.
Riley's attire that's giving goddess, and I feel like she didn't do too much. Like, yeah, she could have wore something more fitting or
Mm.
more revealing. She is older now; she's of age to be able to do those things, and she didn't. And I think this is a nice, cute, is giving first time red carpet, I guess, at her age now. I think she did a great job. I really like Kyla's look. I'm like, come on, Kyla. She
uh-huh.
looked good. Yes, I have to agree that Young Thug and Mariah, like this whole last slide is giving scratch that. It looks terrible. When Mariah stood up in the BET Awards and she was like introducing something, a commercial, whatever it was, the people kept looking at her back, right? Looking down. You could tell they was looking at her butt area. And I said, oh, her crack must be showing. I don't see how y'all do it and feel comfortable, but she's a cute girl. I just don't like the outfit. I don't understand the reason for Young Thug and these masks, but okay. I hated Cash Doll dress. I hated everything about it. When she hit the red carpet, it's the reason she kept showing the back because she couldn't show the front. The front looked like they just finished hunching and her outfit got too loose or something. Something done popped. It was a mess. I said, damn, she is so gorgeous. And I don't know who dressed her, who they were trying to promote. I feel like this could have been one of those brands that was like black owned and you really just want to support your black people, but it's like some of them you're gonna have to turn down. You're gonna have to tell some of them not this time. And I just was disappointed. You
Okay.
know who it makes me think of? Remember Waiting to Exhale when that man came outside that lady's door and I think he
Yeah.
called her a bitch or
A
whatever.
raggedy
It's
bitch.
you
Yes.
raggedy bitch. That's exactly what the attire is giving. You raggedy bitch.
She was hot leather
Yeah,
wearing in the summertime, need a shave, stinky ass home.
correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it
Wow.
reminds me of? Like the late 90s. Even Maya. Remember Maya's performance for Case of the X? I believe
Mhm.
she had on some jeans because that was the style back then. For the jeans to have like that crisscross
Yes. Uh-huh.
stitching.
Mhm.
Remember? So
Yep.
that's what that and then with the leather, that's another thing that was kind of giving me like a early 2000s, late 90s kind of vibe. And I feel like a lot of people were going retro with this. So yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe it was the retro look. I will say, I feel like, well, I'm not gonna say that. What I was gonna say was that a lot of lace up looks better when it's black, but that's not true. Some light brown attire with the lace looks good too.
It
This
probably
just
doesn't fit right.
didn't hit. Is
I
that
just don't know.
alligator? I think
Ooh,
that's alligator.
It looks like it's some sort of alligator.
Tacky. The entire slide is tacky.
You know, you know. Okay, I pulled it up and made it big because he do look like Aaron Pierre for one. You right. I see the vision. But I love me a 6'1", dark skinned country ass nigga, got it out the mud ass nigga.
Now got it out the mud ass nigga. Okay, come on now.
No, really. So that's why when you were saying it, I was like, huh? What? What's wrong? I don't see it.
Girl, yeah. Nah, that's the vibe.
Anyway.
I-
Oh, okay. So for me, the Harrises, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And I thought one of y'all was gonna say it for me before I even got to go. I hate it.
We're putting them in
Somebody
like a Disney kid box. I think that's the reason why we don't hate it because it's like, yeah, individually this is terrible, but
It's
as a whole, it's
yeah, it's
cute.
giving family for sure. It's
Yes,
giving, you know.
I don't hate Tiny Suit. Like I
No,
love
I
me
don't
a
hate
rich
Tiny
suit.
Sue. And of
But
course I don't hate.
individually, yes, I feel you. Like Ti would have looked a fool by himself, but when you
Yes,
with your family, it makes sense because you're matching your
and she's
daughter,
your
and
little
it's
girl.
like,
Yes,
how can
exactly,
we not say, "Oh, that's cute"? Oh,
Honestly, I
exactly.
think Ti is the one throwing this whole picture off. I think, like, honestly, Ti would look a fool by himself. Ti looks a fool in this picture to me.
Yeah,
like,
this is a fool.
like if it's just Tiny and Eris, so cute. They ate it up. Now Ti with the stripe and the flare pants, that's what's taking it to Temptations.
I really
So
want to sing that song. What's that sound running through the night? Sound I hear when I'm holding you tight. And my bell, baby, you just rang. Is my love going bang, bang, bang? That's
yes,
what
because
the
that's what I'm thinking, Bondi. Bang, 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 do that thing, bang, 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 do that thing. Like,
go pops, sugar pops, go pops, sugar pops. That's what that
yes,
nigga
that's
look
what he
like.
give.
mm,
Yes, come on, bang, bang, bang.
Oh yeah,
For
it
the
needs to
people
be
that
now,
don't know,
Wayne's
you
voice.
had to be tuned into the Wayne
Yeah.
brother.
uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I wasn't. Y'all know I wasn't.
yeah, we know. That's a little bit
y'all,
too old for you.
y'all know how I go. I don't know. I don't know. And now everybody in the comments could be like, "How old is Nisi again?" Um,
He grown.
very
Listen,
grown, very.
okay.
Um, Now Candy legs and hips and body, love it. I like Kyla's look as well, and I don't like Riley's look at all.
No,
Really?
Um, don't, not at
no.
all.
Okay.
Um,
I'm shocked.
I I think maybe it just feels like costuming to me.
Mm,
Oh,
I
okay.
can see that.
Okay.
And
But
she
I
looked
would just
like
assume it was expensive because Candy bought it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would
oh,
assume.
I'm sure it's expensive. I'm
Yeah.
sure it's expensive.
So
She
that's why
looked
I was
like
giving it the benefit of the doubt. But I can
uh-huh.
see that too.
Yeah, it's given. I'm about to sound ignorant. What's the statue in New York that everybody love?
The
Is it
Statue of Liberty?
With the lady?
Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That with the dress on the Statue of Liberty wears with her arm up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Now, damn, I guess this whole side was a no for me. Well, I didn't mean to come in, except for Candy and Kyla. And no, no, no. I said Tiny and Aaron's look good too. But yeah, this last side, I have to agree. I think nobody ate. Crumbs everywhere, full plates absolutely everywhere. Um,
damn?
I think that Mariah the scientist, I think that she dresses very similar to how people say Tyler dresses. You know how they be
Mhm.
saying she always look like she dressed like a character from the Flintstones.
Mhm.
But I think Mariah the Scientist is so cute. I think Cash is so cute. I just don't like these fits. So this side was like a no for me.
Damn. I wish
No.
we had a stamp that we could just stamp no.
Right? No.
Honestly, that's what we need an overlay on overlay.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so next, let's get into which one I want to do next. Let's go here. We're gonna go with Maya, Dochi, and Mario.
Doechii, baby. I like Doechii a lot. I
I
don't
love
like this
her.
fit. This fit pissing me the hell off. But if it's giving throwback vibes and that's what they said, okay. but it's pissing me off.
Because it was giving
Um,
early 2000s, but it was a no back then, and it's a no now, and I love her.
yeah,
That's it
yeah,
with love.
I can't. Now I do like Maya's. I thought Maya looked really nice, and I also think Mario looks good too. It's just Doechii for me. Sorry.
Mm,
No.
I'm gonna say everybody's wrong. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there. I think everybody's wrong. I think that as much as I love Maya, and Maya usually does not fail me, Maya looks like somebody wrapped her up and she's not gonna be able to get out.
Mm-mm.
You know how people be working out on them silks? That's what she looked like. Doechii is giving 99 in the 2000s in a worse way, but I also hate a drop waist. Like I detest a drop waist. I prefer the natural waist personally. And yeah, you have to be really thin, but it also is still not flattering even when you're really thin to wear like a drop waist or very very low cut. Don't like it. That's why I didn't like Tyler's outfit. Like why is I feel like it's too much low. It's too low. Anyway, Mario tucking the jacket into
You
the
said
pants.
Tyler. You mean Tyler? Or you mean Mariah the Scientist?
Both of them. We said both of them do that,
You
didn't
said
we?
same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they and too much of your lower back is out, bitch. I don't know. And Mario, yeah, no, it makes Mario look just as lame as I think he actually is with that shirt blazer tucked into the pants like that.
I'm left my ass off. Because you know what I'm about to say next, right?
What?
I love the shirt blazer tucked into the pants.
You do?
It
Oh my
actually
gosh.
looks nice on him.
I
Yes.
do.
I
I thought I
love
was liking it, and then I saw how it looked like a blazer, and then I hated it.
Well, I like anything on a man that feels well, let me not say that because I just got done talking shit about T.I. I love anything on a good looking man that looks very 1970s esque.
I have that same cocaine dealer love as well. Like, but yeah, no, I just that the shirt. It's just really the shirt, y'all. If he had on a different shirt, I probably would feel differently. But the shirt is bothering me.
Oh dang.
Mm.
But I
Doechii,
mean, I see what you're saying.
I actually the only thing that I didn't care for
Mm,
Doechii's look was the purple flowers on the shoe.
I ain't even
Um,
see that.
yeah. Everything else I like for Doechii. I love that for her. Um, and maybe because my niece be dressing like this, so my brain is a little bit more conditioned to seeing this type of fashion. But when my niece started dressing like this, I was like, "Girl, what you doing?" And then I was like, "Okay, you ate that up." So I'm like, "I see what you doing, Doechii. That's cute. I guess that's what the
Nah.
kids are doing."
I think Doechii knows. Like when I tell y'all, the face card is insane to me. She is so beautiful. I feel like
Mhm.
she's, y'all know, Doechii. I think is in this place where she's challenging what's typical and normal for people and
Yeah.
stuff. And I
Hmm.
think she just, I will say this. That's a great place to be in. To not really give a fuck about how other people are feeling and just go with what makes you comfortable.
Mm,
And because she has the model face, like this would probably rock on somebody's runway, even though
Hmm.
it's tacky on the red carpet to me. I feel
it
like
probably is a one-way look.
you know what you're probably right, and that may be why she
Really?
rocked it.
I
I
ain't
could
gonna lie, it's giving run to the thrifts before I hit the red
Yeah,
carpet.
it does.
It does. And you know
That's
how much
cute.
people love to be woke fashionable with shit like that. You know what
Yeah.
Yes, yes, woke
Yeah.
fashionable. Okay.
I'm saying?
Hmm.
Now Maya, I think whenever I was pulling together these fashion looks, she was the first one I saw, and I was like, I have to grab this because no.
So we agree there.
Yeah, she looked great during her performance, though. Don't get me
Oh,
wrong.
she did. That's
Oh
my
my
girl.
gosh, but
Body still slim. I'm like, oh God, go ahead.
this, I was like, no, I hated the fit, the hair, the jewel, hated it.
No, they're like Maya.
Tell me what is it that she wants?
Jamie,
Tell
I
me what
mean,
is it that she needs? Did she hear about
I
that
think the
man?
only thing if I complained would just be the long sleeves, and I know it's hot as hell outside in LA.
Hmm.
I mean, even the fabric looks hot with that sheen. Plus the wrap where you can see that it gathers a bit. Everything looks hot.
The gloves. The gloves. She's wrapped up and she's not getting out. Is what
It's
it's
I could see.
at the
Okay,
put
so
out.
y'all basically saying it's giving infinity dress. Remember the infinity dresses back then?
Yes, I do. I do. The
Mm-mm.
bridesmaid's dress that you could wrap every
Yeah.
which way.
Oh, I'm
Mhm.
hollering. I had a dress like I literally was looking at pictures of
Yes,
me and my sister's wedding in dresses like that.
we all
Yeah.
had one. It is very serious.
Mm. All right then. Okay, so we're gonna move to the last slide for fashions. The last slide is Kiki Palmer, Glorilla and her new nose, and Young Miami looking different.
Looking like somebody grandma.
Baby, they wore her out saying she looked like Gladys, which is crazy.
Oh, girl, do you know I was about to say that?
Gladys, they
They
say
wrong for
you
that.
work too hard.
It is giving one of the Supremes,
It's
honey.
hard enough. She looked just like Diddy Mama. They say girlfriend.
Baby.
I'm not gonna laugh. It ain't funny.
I feel like this is a part of her trying to change her image a little bit or something. Like, yeah, I want y'all, yeah, see me as Gladys. Don't see me as how y'all used to. See
See
me
Mhm.
as
me as
that for a little
Gladys,
piece.
Carisha.
Not, you could hear Kiki pitch.
It's your girl.
It looked like she was hollering, baby.
It's your girl. Listen, she be having me dying laughing, bro.
Hmm. Uh oh. Somebody said no times three.
Um,
Okay.
I actually liked Glorilla's look on video. Like when I saw it on video, I was like, "Oh, that's nice." Like I like the way the skirt wrapped. I like the corset body. I don't
Mhm.
really care that much for the hair. I almost feel like a ponytail would have been better because it feel like the hair almost feels like it's like covering too much of her face. Um, but like I actually did like it when I saw it, and it did also give like another like 90s, early 2000s leather bop for me. I actually think Carisha looks pretty. I think the dress fits her beautifully. I think it's a beautiful color, but she just really looks aged in the face and the way her wig seems to not be flat. So I don't know what's going on, but it's given, somebody loves to suck the youth out of women. And
Mm.
Kiki Palmer looks extremely thin here. And
Mhm.
I don't like the bob because I feel like it makes the thinness look even worse for some reason. Like you adding all this forehead into it at the same time as you adding all this bone and all these sharp, shoulders and knees and shit. And it's not, and please hear me, it's not in a body shaming way. I also just feel like Kiki looks smaller than I'm actually used to seeing her.
No, I
Um,
agree.
yeah. And again, the bob looks skinny. She looks skinny. I don't like
Her
the way
bob looks skinny. You
it
mean the
do.
density? Like it ain't. It's giving.
Yes,
It's
it's
giving
so
80%
it's
density,
not
and
giving
I.
Yes,
You,
body. If it would have had
right.
a bang and it had like a little body to it, I would have felt differently. But she looks dehydrated.
It's giving when you got them braids and you like, yeah, my hair didn't grew in 3 months, and then you go get a silk press and your shit ain't looking how you thought.
Mhm.
child.
Or when they pull
It's a
your
cute.
edges out. When they
Yeah,
pull
that's
your edges out and they go put you a 24 piece, but they cover the sides because you didn't lost your edges, that's what it looked like. It looked like she lost
yeah.
her edges.
It's a cute bob. It just yeah, the density.
It
We
needs
gotta stop. Y'all
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
stop.
not crazy about Kiki's look either. And the closed toe is killing me. I just feel like when you have like straps like that, chances are her back is out. Why would you have on closed toe shoes? Like, did you break your
to go
straps
with the
on one of
bob.
the other ones and had to put those on? Like, it pisses me off a little bit, but okay.
I
You
think
said
it go with
Um,
the
pisses you
vibe.
off. Wait, what
them
part pissed
closed
you
toe,
off, Jamie? What part pissed you off?
they look black. It's the closed toe shoes that look black. Like it just look like they go with a tuxedo or business tux or something like that. Like it just doesn't fit. It's not matching the outfit at all. Like Miami's wig not necessarily matching hers. I feel like if Miami had a different wig on, people may have felt differently. Maybe they need to swap wigs or something. I don't know, but
Give Janice Combs her wig back.
I
Oh
just
my
yeah,
god.
I don't think this color looks as great on her either. Maybe it's the color too. It's
The hair
definitely
color?
a showgirl. Hmm.
Whose hair color?
No, I'm thinking about the purple dress on Miami.
Oh.
Yeah. It's definitely giving showgirl. I think she could have did a better job with that. It's giving she couldn't get a stylist in time, so she did one of them half wigs
Mm.
and just flipped it over to the side. It pisses me off too because she ain't really got no curl in
Oh,
her hair.
you right. You are so right. This is giving half.
It is half wig like a hoe.
It's like, bitch, I ain't got time to be laying no lace. Come and get this half wig, put it behind the hairline.
Yeah, and flip that shit over here. I ain't even got time to flat
And
iron it or curl it, just a mess. I do like Miss Glow, but I'm not noticing the nose job just yet. Like I feel like her nose look the same a bit,
yeah,
but
we gonna have to
I like
zoom
her
in for
outfit.
that.
Say what?
I said we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to make a bigger picture because it's different than what I thought. But let me say this because y'all got me cackling. I saved this slide for last because I thought we was gonna have the most positive feedback.
No, ma'am.
Because
And
you
we
know they
went,
said we be sounding like haters, so I was like, yeah, we're gonna have the most positive feedback on this.
I
ain't no
feel
hate in my
like, what
blood.
you want me to
Ain't no
lie?
hate.
Listen,
Okay,
ain't no hate,
so
ain't no hoe.
for Kiki, I actually loved Kiki's dress. I loved Kiki's dress. I love that she wore pointed toe shoes. But the dress is a vintage, like it's like a vintage. I feel like it's supposed to be black, but it's kind of giving like off black, like a blue black. So she definitely
Yes.
should have wore a different different shoes. And y'all, this comment has me dead. They said, "Where's Sky Niecy?" Because y'all know that's who I like to eat up on the red carpet. That's usually who I eat up on every red.
Sky, stop.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
so I like Kiki's look. I like the fact that she wore a bob. I think that a darker color bob would have ate. I don't really care for this color hair on Kiki. It just takes me straight to Whitney. I
Mhm.
don't know why.
And not
Um,
in the good years either.
right, I don't. I can't. Now Glorilla. Mm, no, I don't know what else to say. I don't really know what else to say. I think it's the way that the breast cuts all the way out towards her shoulder. It looks funny. Something about it is weird.
No, I see what you mean. Almost like it was made for somebody with a longer torso, but because she's short, it doesn't lay right.
Right. It's not laying right. Okay. And then Young Miami, I don't know who she is. I That's Carisha.
Gladys.
I don't know who that is at all, but I did want to get into. Let me pull up the picture of Glow because whenever I saw Glow, I was like, her nose really don't look. It looked like she got a tip added. To be honest, I didn't realize that she was still keeping the width of her nose.
Mhm.
Hey, I remember a couple weeks ago, I was on my soapbox complaining about people not keeping the width of their nose because this will be fucking you up. She kept the width of her nose. She just added a tip. So I guess I won't be too thrilled because the whole thing that I was concerned about this whole time was her sounding like she sounded with a button nose.
She pulled in the sides though. Like it's this part. The bridge is the part that she left alone. But the
Really?
insides, I feel like, yeah, I feel like this part is the part that's still big. Because that's what it looked like to me when I was looking at like close-ups of her nose. This part, is kind of the same. The sides look like they went in a little bit. And I
Hmm.
think once they do that, I mean, they gotta break it. Like, there's no other way for them to make it look like this other than they have to break it. So I think sometimes when they break the nose, it'll kind of make the tip look like that just from the process of breaking the nose. I'm sure I'm wrong about this, but the tip of her nose looked like still kind of like full, if that makes sense.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. They no
Oh,
longer
it's
have
got
to
to
break
be
it though.
okay.
That's good. That's great, girl. Cause my God, that shit is terrible. Every time I see somebody doing surgery and they show you that they break the nose, ugh, literally
Hmm.
with a steel like thing, hit that shit and oh my God. I hate them shows like that. You know, they do the surgery whenever they do a nose job. Cause I'm like, please don't show me that. Please don't show me that.
Mm, well, that's
Oh, that's
all
a good one.
for.
What do you think about Riley's nose now that hers has healed?
Mm, I never cared for it, and I still don't.
Same. Yikes.
I
I
never,
because that's how I felt.
never cared for it, and still don't. Simply, but ooh, not too much. I remember when it first happened, and I hated it. I hated it. I still do. It's just it doesn't fit the rest of her features, specifically because she is I don't
Yes,
want to say big, but she's not big like fat. You know what I'm trying to say? Her features are larger.
she has
She's
high
just a tall girl.
she has high like she has high full cheekbones to me. Like in here,
Yes.
like this part of her face is pronounced. So the fact that you take the nose in, it then leaves all of this space. Yeah, it's yeah.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
Riley
And
Candy's daughter. And because you can see it on that reality show. Whenever they do her sit downs on that reality show that she's on, I've only seen clips. But I like her because she was like she didn't want to touch the girl hands who did not wash her
mhm.
hands in the bathroom, and they was trying to make her feel bad because she didn't want to touch the bitch who don't wash her hands. Like, girl, get the fuck out of here! Like that's how your people gave disease to everybody. Get away from
Your
me.
people.
I mean, she was white, wasn't she? That's her people.
Mhm.
Um, you know, y'all know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't care for it at all. I feel like she got her nose job a little she got it earlier than this new wave of girls getting the African American nose jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And a rounder nose just fit her much better. Matched her rounder face, rounder cheeks.
Yeah, I think her
But
first nose looked better. Like, and especially after she had lost weight, I felt like
mhm,
her first nose was a better nose. This just looks like the nose that people whose parents have money go get.
yes. And the other thing I will say is people's noses change over time.
Yes.
My nose changed over time. Like I don't think people are giving themselves time to like really morph. I think she got that nose job before, like right when she graduated high school or something.
Yeah, and because we were all mad at Candy for letting her do it.
Oh, extremely, extremely. I was like, why? Um, okay, so now I want to get into some other stuff that happened that people may or may not care about. But we literally just like 2 episodes ago was talking about Brittany Renner and Kevin Gates being married, and now they claim that they're divorced. So let me play this clip and we'll see what she's talking about.
You know, we have to ask, don't want to be messy at all. However, what is your relationship like now with Kevin? You know, post divorce. We did get to see you guys on the carpet together, and then we heard the announcement that you guys are now getting a divorce. What is that relationship like now for you personally, also, kind of after the fact?
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing for me to comment about that because, again, it is what it is. I'm here, I'm alive and well, and I feel like people need to understand that you never have any regrets when you just follow your heart. There's no stone left unturned. You can be at peace with whatever happens. So that's just kind of where I am, you know?
I mean, as a person who went through divorce myself, I'm like, there's so many negative connotations that come with it, but a lot of people don't see like, no, maybe they really did need that. So for anybody who is in a situation where they're like, you know what, like I'm stuck in this, or not saying that it's related to your situation, but anybody who's like, I want to get a divorce, but I don't want that negative connotation, what are some words of advice that you would have for them?
It's really simple, actually, because life is quite simple. It is better to be divorced and happy than.
Now, you know, we have to ask, don't want to be mad.
We got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant because then the he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to like entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with this transition and, things changing,
Right.
honestly, it's like, I don't think anybody gets married to not stay married. So I think my biggest thing for me is this is a nice 90-day reset, just focusing on myself and pouring into myself. And what I also will add is that I followed my heart, and that's more than what most people can say in this world. And I have no shame in that. That's why I'm here.
Okay. I am a little bit confusion. I'm not gonna lie. She said they got married April 6th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Divorced May 28th.
Mm-hmm.
That's less than 2 months. They said 52 days, so that makes sense. And the man said, "Are you divorced?" And she said, "Yes, but you have to wait 90 days." The
Because it's
man
not
ain't
real.
nothing.
Well, that's because it's not legal. That's why I
Mhm.
said they keep throwing that marriage word around. They just throwing that word
Mhm.
around, but they're not legally married because he's legally still married to Drika.
Dre-
Correct.
Thank you.
He
Thank
went
you.
through a Islamic, not Islam. I can't stand it. She says Islam. It's Islam. She went through an Islamic celebration or ceremony of some sort to marry him, and then the divorce really just means we break up, but we give it 30 days between that
90.
time and I'm sorry, 90 days between that time and the time that she can move on to another man. That's really what that's about. That's the time frame, because if you pregnant, you gotta be raising the baby with the nigga that you had the baby with, because we know how much y'all care about that, even though these niggas don't be raising them kids anyway. So yeah, I just kind of feel like she is adopting this religion because it offers her maybe some discipline that she never had. And I also feel
Mm.
like if people are doing Islamic traditions correctly, it does have a lot of things in place that protect women in a way that Black community does not. Like the way, what I mean? Like there are certain things put in place that secure that the man will take care of you in a certain way because they're abiding by this religion, and they are actually being like, active in the religion. So the people that they went to in order to get married in the first place are going to make sure that they're handling their business the way they're supposed to. So when she talks about, oh, it's made my life easier, it's because when men are living by those rules, they have to follow those rules. And that will a lot of the times offer the woman a better recourse than being with a man that's not in the Muslim religion, that's not following those, rules when it comes to breaking up with a woman, or how you treat the woman, how you take care of her, those things. But I still feel like she's adopting it because she's trying to find herself. And this is not where she's really going to find herself. This is where she would rather look at it in a shameful manner. But hopefully, as a woman, she'll continue to evolve and try to grow. Because I feel like she's in it because she's trying to find discipline, but also, to be picked by a man she deems appropriate.
That's what a lot of women do. I'm telling you. We talked about that a lot when we was reviewing Ready to Love, which I ain't heard that show in a minute. But I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. When some of these women they hit 30, they be like, I ain't married. I've been in a relationship for the last 15 years of my life. I'm running to religion to find a man.
Gotta be somewhere, girl. It's my last try for him over the what they say, you hit the
Over the
wall,
hill.
over the hill, child. Child, as if coochie ain't always wet. Go away from me with this Apollo.
Over the hill. So yeah, it's kind of annoying. But the one thing that she did say, one thing that was funny was that she said it's better to be divorced than happy. You think he cut it off or she cut it off?
I think he cut it off. I don't think she would have cut it off on her own. I think it's something that he would have to do. or something that she threatened in response to something that he was doing. And so then, now we gonna go through it because you don't threaten a nigga like Kevin Gates. You out here dicked out behind whatever going on online and shit.
You said dick dot.
Yeah, like, I can't stop saying it. It's so funny. Every time somebody be online mad, they dick that out this bitch. And you gotta say it with that aggression in your voice because that's the way he said it. It to me, it feels like I feel like he's a narcissist and she was a narcissist supply. It does feel like she's giving a tad bit, nigga. I don't know who you thought I was, but
That is what she's giving.
That's
and I
what
love
it's
you
giving.
like that though.
Me
I
too.
love you like that for her because she basically is just like, it is what it. This is the thing. I'll continue to see where she goes on her Muslim journey. I hope that she wasn't committed to it because of him. The fact that she's still talking about it makes me wonder if she's still committed to it. And it would be nice to know if it was driven by a man or not.
I think on some level it is. It may not be specifically him, but I think because I think it will give her a man who she feels like has to follow a certain level of rules so he can show some fucking integrity. I think when women like her are so used to men saying they're gonna do something and not doing it, like you're used to men not having any integrity, and then you go find this group of men that because they care so much about this religion, and there's a certain level of control that you're willing to give up for safety and for somebody to be taking care of you financially, providing for you so you don't have to worry about certain things. Yeah, there are women who are looking at the Muslims like, yeah, I'll cover my hair, I'll stand behind you, I'll walk behind you, I'll do all of that shit as long as it means I don't have to worry about bills.
Mhm. I
Yeah,
can
I
see
think
that.
that he probably had other women when it comes to bread. I think that he had other ladies and she couldn't take it. Maybe she wanted to be the bottom one and he wasn't fully allowing that. And also, I feel like she could have underestimated the power Drika still has
Oh
when
yes.
it comes to him. Just because he made you think he was marrying you. Like, I feel like if he were to drop anything for somebody, it's going to be for Drika.
Do you feel like Drika was
Every
playing
time.
the game though? Because I feel like Drika is playing the game with him. I think he's starting to get off on the fact that she doesn't respond to him. At first, he would get
She
mad
doesn't.
about it, but now what she does do, she doesn't respond, but she posts some picture of her somewhere.
You said he gets mad about it?
I think he does. I think what he was doing with Brittany was meant to make Drika jealous, and
I think
instead,
so.
To react.
she keeps posting unbothered shit.
But I've been following Drika for years.
Mhm.
Drika never responds to him.
Yeah.
She, and I'm just like, you just not getting to a place where you trying to make her mad. Like, I mean, has she finally gotten somebody else though? Is what
Well,
I'm
you remember
wondering.
she did before. Did she cheat on him with the personal trainer?
No, they said that
That's what
wasn't
he
true.
tried to say in a
They
song,
said it
but I
wasn't
don't know if
true.
that was true or not.
Yeah,
That
because
was true.
no, they said
Well, let me
'cause
not make that statement. It was given. It was true.
It
well, the
was
personal
also
trainer was a
giving
woman.
I
DDG.
know.
It was giving, I'm finna say some SHI about you to get the fans riled up in an effort to get you to react.
Yes.
And that's what I think. So if they saying it's possible that it wouldn't be, but it's also making me feel like Drew and Ralph, if she did, congratulations, you
Well,
should.
she said
Like,
she's not. She said she's like, I'm sorry, ladies, I'm strictly dickly, which annoyed me because like strictly
Who said
dickly
that?
was Drika. She
Drika.
put a like when people were speculating, she posted the picture of her in the trainer and was like, this is just my trainer, and I'm sorry, ladies, but I'm strictly dickly. And then when she said that, I was just like, okay, girl, I don't know why strictly dickly just always annoyed me. that specific saying, because it's always being said to me as some fucked up ass, because you like girls. I'm strictly dick, girl. All right. It's a lot of dick. Go get it.
What was the best way you think she should have said, I'm not gay? I'm not gay no more.
Delivered. No, I mean she could have just simply said like, I'm straight.
straight.
That's not true. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. That's not my wave. I respect people that go that way, but that's not my wave. Like there are ways to say it, but the strictly dickly one just
Strictly
reminds
Dickly is an
me.
old,
Yes,
you grew up in the
no.
90s
Yes.
ass
Yes.
statement.
Yeah.
And that would
And
normally come from some mean ass auntie that's telling you how good dick is, and you like 15. Like, okay, girl, thanks for letting me know what I should be addicted to next. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I
yeah.
don't know. But I thought Drake filed for a divorce from him too, though.
I
That's
thought
what
so
people are
too.
speculating. I don't know if that's true or not.
I need the paperwork. Okay.
But that's what they've been saying she waited to the 10-year mark, so now she gonna get half of everything he got. I feel like she gonna get it anyway.
I'm about to say they got kids and shit, and they got businesses together.
I feel like he would give it to her anyway.
And I wonder where they
I
got
feel
married. I
that
wonder if they
too.
got married down here, because then that would be community property.
Yeah.
Because they I believe that they both are from down here. I know he from down here, and I assume
I
she
don't
is
know.
because they was together in college.
Okay. I don't know why I always thought they were from up north. But yeah, New Orleans. So they're from Louisiana.
Yeah,
from
he's
Baton
from
Rouge.
Baton Rouge. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
why the white
that's
boys
probably what
down
that
there
is.
love him.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
They love Kevin.
You want to talk about the original Baton Rouge nigga that uses New Orleans nigga swag to get people? That's that. There's like a stereotype or a prototype, archetype, whatever you want to call, of men from Baton Rouge that learn how to perform how New Orleans men perform so that they can get girls. Like, remember
What?
y'all remember that show with Shorty and old boy, and he was from Baton Rouge, but he would talk like he was from New Orleans, and I kept telling y'all that he not from New Orleans because he's still wearing
Yeah.
clothes from a few years ago. And
Don't they
Baton
have
Rouge,
accents too though?
not like ours though.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. You telling me something?
Yeah, no, we're the only ones that sound like we sound.
French.
Yeah, like, well, not even just French. It's just the way New Orleans accent sound.
No,
Nobody around us
sounds
don't
French.
sound like us. Like Lake Charles don't sound like us. Baton Rouge don't sound like us. Like, even parts of like Metairie sound, which is like an outskirt of New Orleans, sounds different than people that actually grew up in New Orleans. So that's why I'm like, yeah, you always tell when a nigga weird because they want to pretend to be from New Orleans when they really from Baton Rouge. And he'll say he from Baton Rouge, but it's the way he performs himself. Like Boosie is Baton Rouge, Webby is Baton Rouge. There's a certain level of country ignorant. The way Kevin Gates acts is based off of a New Orleans nigga he saw growing up. No lie.
How far is Baton Rouge from New Orleans?
An hour and a half.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, all right then, y'all. Let's go on to the next thing from the BET Awards. Next thing we're gonna talk about is actually I don't yeah, whatever. Fuck it. We're gonna talk about it. Why not? I already got it pulled up. We're gonna talk about Bow Wow running into his ex Erica Mena on the red carpet.
Understand like this day when oh shit. You look good.
Y'all know
It's been a while. You want to pray. You gotta keep it. I am proud of you doing acting now. I'm looking good.
Still want that nigga validated.
Hey Marcus, man.
Hey, what's
you
up,
know
brother?
what? See, what you doing, gang? Like, what you doing to me? What's going on, bro? Oh,
Okay, and wow, hold on. Let me play that back one more time because y'all know what I'm looking at, right?
I was
Kirk
looking
Franklin?
at Zach.
a big night though.
What
Out
was you
of
looking at?
everything's a big night.
I was looking at Marcus's hands.
Me, okay, because you already know. I was like, hold on. It looks like both rings are on both of his middle fingers, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Neither one is on his wedding finger. Let's play that back. Hold
So
on.
you supposed we got Mariah again. To understand like this day when oh shit. You look good.
Oh my gosh, do y'all see Q from the Parkers? Or what's his name? Not what's the boy
Yeah.
name from the Parkers?
I think that's him, Q. I think that's Q.
No, that's not Q. That's
Is that not what he was called?
Q was the bald one.
no.
What is
I said Q is from Moesha.
Moesha.
Okay. I forgot his name then. T.
Damn,
Somebody said
T.
T.
That's T.
Yes.
y'all know
So it's giving middle finger on the left hand, and he covering his hands up.
You know what I'm saying? Hey Marcus, man.
Hey, what's
You
up,
know what?
brother?
What you doing, gang? Like, what you doing?
Right
to me?
one
Like,
don't
what's
matter.
going on, bro?
When-
Are we? Is it a women Survivor documentary coming soon?
I don't know. I feel like that he may just be one that don't wear his ring.
No,
Like
no.
Charles.
As religious as they are, you remember. So the reason,
Yeah.
let me give
Not
y'all
somebody saying
backstory
he's
for those of
divorced.
y'all who are wondering why I'm so curious about this.
Mm.
Allegedly, Marcus Houston Bride was underage, ran away, adopted by Chris Stokes, turned around, married Marcus Houston as soon as she turned 18 after being a missing person for however long. Oh, everybody's saying they divorced. She left him. Her frontal lobe developed.
Good for her.
Oh wow.
That's
And now
usually
he
how it
makes
goes.
music again.
I didn't know that.
Mm.
Girl, cannot wait to see
I
you
wonder what her story
again.
is.
Shit, I want to know.
For real.
She took the kids too.
Oh, we're gonna have to go on TikTok. That's probably where it's at.
Probably
somebody doing a
so.
breakdown on TikTok somewhere.
Well, they're saying come March, this is according to Media Takeout, so we have to take it with a little piece and not the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
But they're saying that they separated, and this was back in March of this year. Yeah, they're saying they separated. So if they haven't officially been divorced, they about to go down that road. Rumors of their split began circulating for weeks, fueled by social media activity suggesting tension between the two. Observers have noted that neither Marcus nor Maya have been seen wearing their wedding rings, leading to widespread speculation that their marriage may have come to an end. So he been not wearing his ring. They've been looking at photos of him for a minute. And
Because
he hasn't been wearing
hey, from the time that he allegedly scooped that missing girl up when she was underage, he was MIA. Now you back in the media. You muted, Bondi.
I was saying, yeah, you're right. We was not seeing him at all.
Well,
I guess we all collectively said we don't give a fuck about Erica Mena and Bow Wow.
Why would we? The only thing we clocked was her still wanting his fucking validation like a weirdo talking about you proud of me. Girl, that nigga don't like you. He don't respect you. He don't respect you. You sitting up there asking if he proud of you. Get some fucking self-esteem.
Why does that hurt? That hurt for me.
I'm sorry.
So is this her? I'm about to send y'all a photo.
Yeah, send it.
And just go to the page. Is this her or not? I thought she kept a low profile too. I know that's her name, but I don't know if this is her page or not.
Yeah, that's her. What is she talking about? Let me share. That's her.
That's crazy. She sure ain't got no pictures with him. But you know, some people don't have pics of their spouse up. But if she's not, maybe they are separated.
I feel like my content has been just like crazy event, not my everyday content, and I miss it so much. My life has been so crazy that I'm just like really craving my normal content. So I already did my makeup, but we're gonna curl my hair. This is a T3 curling iron. I'm not exactly sure of the size, but I do still have my Amazon storefront, so I'm gonna leave the link to this on my Amazon store.
But she ain't been wearing her ring since 2024.
See how I curl my hair. So I'm in an Olivia Dean mood today. She's just like bringing me peace.
So maybe he just stopped wearing his ring when he felt comfortable enough with the fact that they are divorced, right?
Oh,
So
no, I could tell you they ain't
sooner.
together. Look at what she wearing.
Yeah.
They supposed to be, what religion are they? Jehovah's Witness?
I don't know, but I'm
yeah,
gonna
Jehovah's Witness.
I'm gonna send you another one.
It's Jehovah's Witness.
She just back. Oh yeah, look, she on the fuck. This is her carefree. This is I'm outside.
Keep going down. I don't know which one it is. Let me see. Keep going down till you see a nail, like her nails on a photo. I mean, yeah, her nails holding a phone on the photo. Yeah, keep going down. It's under. Yeah,
it's not this one.
Not that one. It's up right there. Yeah. That's back in June.
52 weeks ago. Shit, no, they ain't been together.
Yes, we do. Wait, get in the camera. Wait, let me see. Oh, wait.
For a whole. Yeah, no, they ain't been together. Huh.
Good for her.
And she just had a baby.
How many kids she got?
I don't know, but if you keep scrolling down just a little bit, you'll see a picture with her and her son.
Yeah, I think I passed it right here.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what? To freedom.
You
Good.
know? To freedom.
She was wearing her ring right there. That was 74 weeks ago. 74 weeks ago. She was wearing her ring in the hospital. 74 weeks ago. Boom.
They like that baby boy gave her a different awakening, that second kid.
Ring right here, 65. This is the way me and my sister be creeping on people. And then, okay, what is this? This is 59 weeks ago. So yeah, it took her to get, and she ain't wearing
New
a
hair.
ring.
And new hair.
Yeah, it wasn't no time, y'all.
Scroll down some more real quick, DC. I'm trying to see some.
It took that.
Oh, okay. I feel like we should have known when Bondi said that new hair. That's why I wanted to see. I feel like she wore more of that curly hair.
Oh, when she was with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even now let me put my extensions in.
Yeah. Because it's given he probably didn't like her to wear a weave because he wanted her to look like a child. Like a Maury twin or some shit.
She used to wear weave.
Roger.
She used to wear the weave.
She used to okay.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
was giving
Okay.
like it was you wearing curly hair because that I mean, but you know what? It's still
It's
giving
given
that
I like my girls natural. No
yeah.
makeup, no weave.
Yes. And then if she wore it, she had to fight for it. I had to
Well,
fight so I could wear this makeup.
She's pretty though.
Very
beautiful. Beautiful to freedom.
Mhm.
Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about is Bow Wow again. We're gonna talk about Ciara, but don't worry, because I know y'all probably like, oh my gosh, I don't want to talk about Bow Wow. But this is gonna segue. You just gotta trust the process. Trust the process. So y'all know it was 25 years of 106 in Park, and Bow Wow performed Like You by himself.
Mm-hmm.
So people were wondering, like, why? What is going on? Everybody was looking for it. People in the comments are going back and forth between like, oh, you wouldn't understand because you're not married. And other people are just like, okay, well, what's the big damn deal?
Child, please.
There's him performing. So what do y'all think about
I
them
just
not
don't think Ciara will Bow Wow like that. I
Right.
just don't think. I think she just elevated to a different place, and she just doesn't rock with him like that. And she's at a place where she doesn't have to do that. It's no disrespect. We love the classics, but I feel like she don't really have to do that and doesn't have to do that with him. Now, granted, it would have been great if she did do it. Now, for the people saying you just don't understand marriage, I don't think it's that because Ciara posts a lot of risque images and videos on her page being a married woman, and people could always say something about that. So I don't think her husband actually cares if she goes out on stage, performs, and does like that doesn't matter. And let me also make a note. Maybe she didn't do it because I sent you that link, Nisi, where uh she had to sit down with L'Oreal, and when L'Oreal asked her about not performing with Bow Wow, she didn't really answer the question. So it could have
Yeah.
been made towards Bow Wow, or it also could have been, if y'all noticed, with the BET Awards, they also did not have AJ there. They also did not have Roxy there. People were questioning about their absence. So it could be something dealing with BET as to why she didn't perform and was like, hey, I'll just come out and introduce, the next segment or something. Because that I see why it was weird for some people, because after Bow Wow performed, then Ciara walked out shortly after his performance, where she opened up to the next segment or whatnot. So I could see why people was like, well, why the hell you just didn't perform with Bow Wow? So maybe the shade that she talked when she was talking to L'Oreal, when she kind of avoided the question or avoided answering it, that could have been shade to Bow Wow. But again, I don't feel like she don't got to do that.
What if she felt like, I don't perform with losers? Like, what if she felt like that? He's a fucking loser.
She could have. She could have. I don't feel like there's been much growth from Bow Wow's end.
At all.
They're saying Roxy was
Especially looking at how he responded to Erica Mena. It was given so childish for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Like he was trying to like he was trying to play her out or something like that. Like he wouldn't still fuck.
Now let me give I ain't get those vibes. Not like he wasn't trying to fuck or like was trying to play her out. It was just giving like childish boy overreaction. Like, oh my god. It was just like a little kid type reaction to a girl he may had a crush on or something. But let me say this though. I know we rag on Bow Wow. We may talk SHI about Bow Wow, but let me tell y'all, homeboy knows how to perform, and he has stage presence that a lot of these fucking artists lack wholeheartedly. They just do not have it. Some of y'all rappers. And I feel like in my personal, Bow Wow in years to come will be LL Cool J.
Oh,
So
wow.
a lot of people. I don't know if y'all saw LL Cool J perform last year. I think it was the AMAs. He performed somewhere for the hip hop, like the hip hop segment. When I tell y'all LL Cool J was outperforming people today, And this
Oh,
man
yeah.
is as old as he is. I mean, the breath control, mic still on, all that moving, controlling the stage, doing his thing. I was like, damn, I was like, when I saw Bow Wow perform, I was like, Bow Wow kind of got that too. So, I mean, I could see him when it's time to honor, hip hop or something, and they put him on the side. I could see him still kind of outperforming some of these folks because, in all honesty, the new people that's been coming in over the past few years, they don't focus on artist development. They
Not at
just
all.
focus on let's hurry up and get y'all in here so we can just get these streams and this fast type of stuff. So that's why when we see people approach the stage, they look tacky. And it took Summer Walker a minute to even bring a decent show after she got with Tiana. Well, not after. She had to get with Tiana in order to even bring a good show.
I feel like she must have got some of her ass shots removed too, because I feel like
No, she didn't. And
She didn't?
BIT, let me see if I go to Summer Walker's page.
Let me see.
Because she put a video up, I think it was on her page. When I tell you, no, ma'am, I thought she got more added.
See, the thing about Bow Wow, before we move on from him, is that I think that it's because of his age. Like, he the same age with us. Like, he's in his late 30s, which means you grew up and were groomed as a performer at the time where it was still a thing for there to be, artist development. So that's why I think, and plus I think he's been performing forever. I don't think he's ever really stopped performing because that's the only way he can make money. That's why he's still good at it. But I also feel like he doesn't, like, at some point it's gonna get old, because I don't think, like, at some point you're gonna have to create new music or something, because you're too young for us to keep hearing your songs from your 20s.
Well, he has created new music. Did you hear his new song with Chris Brown?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
It's cute. It's a sample of, I can't remember what the sample is, but it's cute. He performed it after the Millennium Tour.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I still would never give him LL Cool J. But I feel like,
because I'm not saying he's going to be exact like he is LL, but like, if y'all just watch how he performs, to me,
Bobby Brown
commanding the stage, I'm like, yeah, he got that.
Yeah, somebody has to be the new dad. Who's gonna be that? Who gonna be the new Charlie Wilson is a better question.
Good.
Lord, what do we do?
Look,
Keith
Sweat.
Go from here.
James.
Maybe
They ain't too far behind. Shit.
They not, but they still from a different, like, Charlie was in like the 70s and Keith didn't come until like late 80s.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but Summer, I saw a video of her dancing on a pole and it looks smaller, but no, it's still
bowling.
Bowling.
Funny. Not y'all saying y'all. Who y'all quiz gonna be? Somebody said Usher is they new. Is they LL?
Usher is gonna be the new Charlie Wilson. That's who it is.
Oh yeah,
I love Charlie Wilson. Honestly,
who else was out during that time?
Running in and out of my life.
Charlie Wilson.
Okay, so since this will actually be a good segue, but let me get my thoughts on. Oh, hold on. Let me share the clip of Ciara before we move on real quick.
You can't keep running.
Situation that is going down and it's unfolding. Bow Wow performed Like You at the BET Awards this year, and it was during a nostalgic moment. You had 106 in Park. He's Mr. 106 in Park, so of course he was going to perform. Now, it looked as though some people were upset because they realized Ciara was in the building, who we also sat down and talked to, and she did not perform. So, of course, Bow Wow got caught outside of an after party, and he was asked about the whole controversy.
When you do the award show, BET is the one that outsources all the talent. So I don't know if she was aware or not, but I didn't even know she was in the building. I've been in my trailer all day. I've been at rehearsal. I had to host a red carpet. But I will say this, it would have been a wonderful moment.
Well, ironically, I thought to ask her, would she do anything with Bow Wow? Because he's been going around talking about the Millennial Tour and how he has like these hopes to, perform with her one day. Check out what she had to say. I'm sure you saw this. Bow Wow wants you to join him on the Millennial Tour.
Oh, my Lordy.
Would you do that ever?
Sorry, what did you say, Dan? No, I think what were you saying?
That's a no.
Sorry.
Is that a no? Of all the legends that have performed on there, you think that they didn't ask Ciara, who was going to be sitting right there in that audience, to perform with them?
Exactly.
Definitely BET called. And you know what Ciara said?
What were you saying?
When it comes to the money, but you think Ciara don't need that Bow Wow money. I'm L'Oreal, that's the lowdown. Okay, let's talk.
Oh my lordy. Oh my lordy.
I
I'll
love
say
that
this.
she gives Janet Jackson shade.
Oh yeah, because it reminds me of that interview that she did when they said how's co-parenting with Future, and she said, I'm gonna be the one to say it. I wish she performed with Bow Wow. I don't know what happened between her and Bow Wow. I can't say whether or not it's that deep, but I wish she performed with Bow Wow. But on the flip side of things, I know she a Scorpio, and if we got beef forever.
It
So
would have been nice.
Sure would have been
I feel
nice. What'd you say, Bondi?
About her, he gonna be all right. I feel like she would have been bringing herself back down to the level that he's on somewhat. If she had, I don't know why, but I feel like that's how she felt. She felt like I'm above, and even at that question about tour, like I'm on tour with Missy Elliott and Busta Rhymes, and you asking me about going on the Lil Nigga Millennium tour. Like, I'm sorry, but I could see her feeling like I'm above this at this point. Because I think Bow Wow is somewhat of a, like, if I'm elevating to a certain level, I don't want to be around Bow Wow. Like, I don't want to be around Bow Wow. That's like Kim Kardashian not knowing Ray J anymore. Like that. Like, I don't want to be around Ray J. Like, why would I do that? Like that. That's what I feel like. And you know they friends. So I imagine they might have the same mindset, girl. But I'm sure she could have did it for the people. But I mean, you know, I didn't need that. That little neck nigga. Ugh.
Well, okay. So now we'll move on to still on topic of Ciara, because everything just like ran together so well. She stopped by Jim Jones to have a quick conversation.
I just really need this to happen. I don't want to get mad at me because I don't know how you feel, but I really need y'all to just go ahead and I'm coming in hot. No. Should I just stay on what I'm on right now?
Stay on it. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna stay on it because why not? Why not? Like y'all have like lived life in every capacity anyone could live it in. You're living like you've already done it. So let's just seal it properly. Seal it properly because you know what? He deserves it. You deserve it. Why not? Like I look at y'all and I'm like, you're so fly. Chrissy is so beautiful and so dope, and she holds you down, like down. Like this is a spirit talking through me right now. Girl, I'm just saying, like I saw you and I got excited because I love what you are making for music and what you make to me coming up. And also when I see y'all like from a lover, because I just really need this to happen. I don't want to get perspective. Y'all like touch so many people. It's time.
Have they?
It's time.
But let me be your flower. You was here to give me them words of encouragement and the words of advice. I really need that.
Yay, I appreciate that. That means so much to me. Oh, you think you're good? Come on, man. Come on, one time. Perspective.
So yeah, I get y'all know every decade, every 5 years or so, people want to get into this. I'm really being gracious by saying 5 years. It's honestly every other year. People want to get into a topic about if Jim Jones and Chrissy should be married. But I feel like this is the first time we've seen a celebrity come so direct. I gotta be honest with y'all, this annoyed the fuck out of me. Number one, even without seeing, like if I would just saw this picture and saw the headline, I would have been annoyed as fuck because Jim Jones looks too fucking old to be having this conversation to. He's giving uncle. He reminds me so much of my uncle that's sitting on the porch collecting his disability. Why are we having these conversations? She said the spirit sent her, so maybe that's why. But Yeah, I'm over it. I ain't having no honestly, if I was Chrissy and I was at home, I would be annoyed. Just stop. Stop.
Like, girl, what's
And
wrong
it
with you?
rubs me the wrong way because it's coming from a place of like I was saying to y'all backstage, Sierra and Russell are not the only people who have been married on this earth. I'm not understanding why like they are nominated as the only is that who all y'all look up to? I'm not
Yeah.
we
That's what
don't
they
know
was
their
doing.
lives.
Remember she did the prayer and got the nigga, and ever since then, child, they been over there losing their minds behind Sierra. Then she helped the pretty, what is it, Ryan Leslie, help her get with the football player or something. No, not Ryan Leslie, Normani. Help Normani get with the football player.
I don't think what people realize is like anybody can be married. Anybody can actually stay married if you and that person are committed to the same vision. Whether or not that marriage is healthy, we don't know that.
Right.
So I just didn't like this whole conversation at all.
Who helped Normani get with that football player?
Sierra. She put them
That's
together and now they
crazy because
engaged.
Normani don't even wear her ring. So are they still engaged?
Well, that's what people were saying. People were saying they didn't know if they was engaged, but she went on Jennifer Hudson talking about it.
Listen, I
And
think
her
Sierra.
fiance got a nose ring. Y'all know how I feel about them with the nose ring.
I like Sierra better when she a little bit of quiet.
Mhm.
Because we did not need you when you finally talking, sitting in this man's face, projecting onto him what it is you think he needs to do. If it has not happened in over a decade, why are we encouraging a no ain't as man to marry this woman? What are we doing that for? And he really not finna do it now that he done came into some money. Cause he ain't gonna want to give her half of nothing.
What money
And
did he come into?
he has worked. I don't know if he developed something. He's done something dealing with music that happened around the pandemic or shortly after. And I think he may have sold the company or something. But he created, I can't, it's something connected to music that wasn't already there. I
Is
have to
that
look
where
it up.
everybody, you go find out where people using your music and get the money for it?
That might be it. Let me see. New music venture or something. I can't remember what it's called. Jim Jones.
Is that what Papoose was supposed to have been working? He was supposed to
I
do that?
think Papoose was doing something with a different company. He works. He does something I think with more independent artists. I think Jim Jones developed some type of software or invested in some company with some software or something for music. Let me see if I can find it. I cannot. I'll have to ask Jamar. I can't remember what it is. I cannot. Is it Quarantine Studios? Okay, hip hop entertainer Jim Jones says he has a $1 billion idea and now seeking investors for his software company, Quarantine Studios. So he did something with that, I believe. I think Quarantine Studios ran into some money or something. And he may have sold the company or something like that.
Okay.
So he kind of created some and ran into some money. So yeah.
Well, that's good for him because, don't nobody want to have to be a dope boy or a rapper for the rest of their life. And he's obviously getting old and no longer looking as firm or healthy as he once did. He's shriveling up like he was down to the Little Mermaid girl.
Yeah, he did something.
Ursula sucked them people into little shrimp things, and she, capture him. That's what he looked like, just like his. Honestly, most of his homeboys look like if they weren't wearing their fake teeth, you would see how old they really looked up and around the mouth. Because like Cam got his fake teeth, so that hold his face up. But like when Joel's lost his teeth because he was doing dope and shit, like them niggas have not been taking good care of themselves. And I think they thought they was just gonna be young forever because men are delusional like that. But
shout out to Keisha for the super chat.
Chrissy looks amazing. So I feel like you trying to set Chrissy up for the okadoke. I don't like that you trying to set Chrissy up to be married to this old, to this decrepit ass nigga. Like,
Let me answer this real quick, Keisha. That's a good question. I don't know why his hair is still raggedy, but what I will say is sometimes people that have money don't be giving a damn.
Oh, can I
They
tell you
don't.
why? Can I tell you why? The real reason why, not just because he got money, because he was like that before he had money, is because he a little bit of Puerto Rico or Dominican or whatever the fuck. He a little bit of that, and he got a soft hair texture. Men like that grow up feeling like because their hair look a certain way, it look good without them having to do anything with it, so they don't develop the same mindset about their hair as other black men will develop. So that to me, think about when you used to see his fuzzy braids. That normally happens when people have like a very fine texture of hair. And to a lot of people, oh, that's good hair. And I imagine his ignorant ass mama was raising him, well, I'm gonna look at you with your beautiful hair. You don't have hair like the other nigga.
Or that happens when you getting old and your hair is thinning. Like y'all know, that's why Lil Wayne got like the 3 locks, literally just hanging on for dear life. Kind of like when you
The
see
way Lil
men
Wayne
with
been
the
getting
receding
roasted all
hairline.
week.
So I feel like he's like, let me let him frizz up because it's gonna look a little bit thicker if I let him frizz up. But that's just my. But Bonnie, you made a good point when you said, why would you set up Chrissy for the okie doke? Like, I just don't think it's healthy to be telling people to just marry anybody. I would never recommend. I just
right.
Highly would
just
not recommend.
no 10 out of 10. Don't marry
Don't recommend.
anybody. Like just anybody. That's what I mean. Not anybody as in don't get married, but I mean, don't just marry anybody for the sake of being married. And then you're going to have to continually brainwash yourself into saying it's something that's really not for you if you wouldn't have done the work up front. So just to be telling them to get married because they've been together for a long time is absolutely
ludicrous and ill-informed. And it really makes me wonder what's going on in her household if that's the way she's decided to be, brainwashed into, because it's given a little bit of a brainwashed church lady tea.
I know hockey is giving
Yeah.
somebody
And
I know.
I want you to go back to return to sender. Nobody needs this. And I feel like people have bucked her head up at this point. People have
Yes.
made her feel like she the matchmaker and shit. So now she's just out here, trying to force marriage on people. Bitch, just enjoy your own marriage. Stop trying to force that shit on people who really should not be married. And they older than you. So I think they know that they don't want to be married. Like, I think at this point, y'all need to deal with that. Like, she tried to marry him. He didn't respond. Then later, I feel like he was trying to have that conversation with her, and she was like, "Oh no, I don't want it now." And ever since then, the conversation has been off the table. So let it stay off the table, girl.
Agree 100%. Especially with some people that's you talking about. I came up on you, Ciara. When did you come up on Jim? What? Y'all, when was Jim Jones active? Early 2000s, right?
05.
Okay, that's exactly what I was thinking. Why did she come? Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
She just be saying shit.
I'm like, am I tripping? Jim Jones wasn't throwback like that. He was given his height might have been over the span of 3 years, to be all the way real.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. First of all, she watched reality shows. But I think the other part about it is Ciara always wants to seem like she's down because of the way people treated her when she first came out. I don't know if y'all remember how people treated Ciara when she first came out. People treated Ciara terribly when she first came out.
They did.
She had to prove she was a woman. She had to prove that she was from Atlanta. Like, there was them not believing that she was from Atlanta. That's why she came out with the song, and it was this is where they stay crunk, throw it up, like she had to like let everybody know that she was actually from Atlanta, and it felt like a girl having to let everybody know I'm down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they call her hermaphrodite. They did the most. So I think how she is now is a direct reflection of how she was treated when she first came into the industry.
And Bow Wow, you didn't help, and you wonder why she didn't get on the stage. We never forgot when you said she used to pee on herself. I remember.
What?
Say that again?
Yeah, Bow Wow had said that she had an issue with urinating. But I think he came back years later and like apologized about it or something. Because I remember listening to that on the radio one day. And
I
it was
don't know.
like,
I wouldn't perform with him
I wasn't
either.
gonna say it, but I gotta tell you, it was something about her like not
Oh.
being able to hold in her urine, trying to say she would urinate on herself or some shit.
I'm a
He
really
apologized years later though.
mm.
And I think that could have been why he was trying to say he broke up with her or some shit, but whatever it was, like it was something about that. I'll never forget. It was something about her and urinating.
Not
on her.
that's
For
why
whatever
you broke
reason,
up
I
with her.
remember when shit used to go down, my sister used to come tell me. Like, I don't know why the fuck I would be so privy to the shit that was going down. I might have been 2005, I was in 5th grade. And my sister was like, they broke up because Bow Wow said she was a man. I remember that. And I was like, what?
I'm
I
sorry.
believed it.
I would never forgive that nigga. There ain't no
Nah.
amount of telling me sorry later on that would make me feel like I should ever trust you again. Like that would be go to hell. Like drop dead, nigga. Like, and then I would say it. I would say it. I would let everybody know. Like I wouldn't take the high road. When she asked me that, I would be like, I don't like that nigga. That would have been my response. I don't like that nigga. Why would I do that?
Mm-hmm.
Cause what the fuck? I forgot. I did not remember that shit. My God, today. But
Yep,
again,
yes, I heard it.
I was going through Katrina, so I might have missed it.
Yep.
Right.
That was around that time.
Okay, so now that we on the throwback conversation, did y'all get to see Anne Marie's Tiny
I
Desk
did.
performance?
I watched the whole thing.
I
Oh, you
didn't.
watched the whole thing.
I watched that because I love first of all, I love Anne Marie, but like as an individual, like I follow her no matter where she is. Because she's in like the book sector of YouTube and in TikTok. She reads these really great books and gives recommendations, the reviews. So I follow her in that space. And so she's very likable and very empathetic and very pretty. Like, so yeah, I'm kind of sweet on A. Marie. And I could hear her struggling through some of these songs. She did not struggle through all of them, but I think she could not hear herself because the band is so loud. And so I think she relied on her energy to push her performance because she couldn't really hear herself. So like I could hear her trying to, like when there's a part that everybody keeps playing over and over again where she's trying to match tone with the background singers. And it's because, and she even backed up from the mic because she's trying to hear the note because she can't hear it with them playing the music so close. And I've heard other people say that that's a hard set. Like it's hard to perform at the Tiny Desk because of that, because you're like right there. And I don't think there's a lot of, work for you to be able to really hear yourself right next to the band. Because they are so close together in this like little corner. But anyway, I feel like she's never been like a vocalist that's that strong, but on records, yeah. And she hit some of her high notes when she performed, but she struggled through one thing. And I think it's because she couldn't hear herself. But that first album, y'all, like when I tell y'all, it like Lyric knows those songs because I still play those songs to this day. Like I Just Died and All I Have is such an amazing album. Like it's never not being played around here. But I do feel like sometimes A. Marie can be pitchy. And I think there are singers, even being like successful, that can be pitchy. But she's pitchy.
So can I say I've been over here trying to search for when Bow Wow said what he said, and I can't find it, but I'm glad that I found a comment on Facebook where somebody said something about it, because I'm like, I know I wasn't crazy. I know what I heard. And this person said, Bow Wow also said she pees herself and has bladder issues. He said he had to pull over at Walmart so she could get it's not funny. So he could get diapers because she pees herself. That is what he said years ago. I'm like, okay, I'm so glad I'm not the only person that recalls when he said that, because I remember driving and I'm like, what? That's what was going on. And and he was on the radio, and I don't know, he could have scrubbed it. He could have got it scrubbed, but he definitely said that. I remember that. So
You talking about Bow Wow again?
Yeah. So I've been looking for, like, trying to find like a radio interview or something to where he said that, and I didn't find that, but I did find somebody's comment that was letting somebody else know, like, no, he also had said this, that, and that about her. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that heard that, because that's what I heard him say on the radio. And she been standing on business with his ass ever since. Because now that I think back at it, I feel like he was lying. And we know Bow Wow to lie. Like when he tried to lie about that plane and stuff, like he's a little liar. And you done sat up there and you got this narrative about I would never fuck with you again. And I don't fault her.
Yeah. I don't fault her either. Now, my comments on Emery, this is the thing I was confused about. People are saying that she sounds exactly like she sounds on the record. And that's a fucking lie. Can we stop? like, can we stop? She does not. She's the record does feel like busy, live, natural, but she don't sound exactly like she sound on the record. And I think people are blending likability with the performance that we got on Tiny Desk, and that just is what it is.
Yeah, no,
I'm just. It just. What'd you say?
She was pitchy. It definitely wasn't like the same as how it is on the record. I mean, that wouldn't happen anyway, though. So for people to even say that, that's ridiculous because you're never going to perform a song the same in studio as you perform it live. It's
right. But like the way that people are, it's gaslighting
at either one. But yeah, no, they definitely just trying to be on her side because they feel like people kind of bullying her and she's so sweet and also privilege. So
they also feel like somebody, I can't remember who it was. I don't know if they used to try and say Beyonce.
That too.
Somebody else like took her spot when it should have been hers or something like that.
That's such bullshit.
Like, but I didn't see her Tiny Desk. I did see her BET performance. I thought she did great.
No, she definitely
did much. Yeah.
Now somebody did highlight her pitchiness on the show. I didn't catch it until they played the video on Twitter. So I very well can believe that she was likely pitchy in this. But I think Bondi made a great point. Like when you're in studio versus live, it's two different things. Just like when we live versus dropping a pre-recorded video. Like we can edit, we can take out certain things, add things and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I expect it to be different, but people also got to understand she's older now, and everybody are not going to sound as good as they did when they were younger, but it don't mean they got to sound bad, right? Her vocals have likely, matured and stuff. So,
and like I said, the whole performance was not bad. When she sang literally that was, I feel like the only song where she was that pitchy. And I think it was really because she could not hear herself with the drums. But the other song, I'm feeling like giving you my heart. Like that one, show me all the love that I'm feeling. Whatever that one was, because I can't think of the lyrics right now. But Talk to Me, like there were a few ones that she did that a little like, more of a smoother pace song, not so upbeat. And she was not pitchy at all. And she was able to hit her high notes and everything. And I think it was because she could hear herself. But yeah, I could tell because it's loud. So you could hear her trying to project at the same time. So that's how you know she can't really hear because she can't hear herself. Somebody said J Hud did not sound good. I've seen people comment over and over again that doing Tiny Desk is a very hard performance for like actual singers.
I could believe that.
Because like rappers go on there. And of course, I don't think it would be that hard for a rapper. Like when Juvenile's fucking Tiny Desk. Because we was watching and then just, they kept playing all of the different Tiny Desks. And child, I love Juvenile Tiny Desk.
And Big Sean's.
I will say Usher sounded good.
Oh, are we surprised, y'all?
Usher did sound good.
Are we surprised by Usher sounding good?
No.
Dolce had a good one too. But she mostly rapped hers, so I thought that was fine. I like her little ad lib.
That when she went into that part, that wild shit, it took me up. I was like, yes, come on, theater girls.
Yeah, Big Sean's was actually really. Did y'all watch Big Sean?
I didn't even know he did one. I gotta see it.
His is great. I love his.
I want
to
see Big Sean. Yeah, I like him as an artist.
Yeah, I feel like he ain't been getting much attention lately. I feel like he been dropping stuff, but if you like a real fan, true fan, you'll know about it. I don't think he be getting as much like publicity as some others, but yeah.
Well,
when
all right, y'all.
Out here acting a fool.
It's time to move on to the next thing, and we're gonna get into. It's been a lot going on at Bravo. It's been a lot going on at Bravo. Let's get into some TV talk. Oh, oh my gosh.
Oh
This ain't
wow!
even the cast.
Is this the new cast you want brought back?
Listen,
This ain't even the cast. Anyway, y'all, Real Housewives of Atlanta, the new season, the reboot ish. I wanted to get into the episode, y'all.
Mhm.
Two things, pretty much three things happened that I wanted to discuss. Number one was the ladies talking about Angela husband Charles with Phaedra, asking Phaedra if they know Charles, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Charles has always been a vibe." The way that I want Angela to slide everybody for even mentioning her husband's name so comfortably, y'all don't understand. It is so irritating to me that majority of the women on this show, number one, are not married.
Mhm.
And even if they are divorced, y'all don't even want anyone to mention the name Simon of your future ex-husband, yet y'all are casually having conversations about somebody's husband on this show who you really know nothing about.
Mm.
So, like I said, Phaedra has come on the show literally just talking out the side of her neck, and they're setting her up to make Angela look foolish. Now, listen, Angela could do that all on her own with her husband, but I don't like all this discussion. It's just very ugh. So I didn't like them talking about Charles in the car. What were y'all's thoughts about that?
I didn't like it either. I don't like Phaedra. I think Phaedra's a fucking creep. And I feel like they are picking on Angela because Angela is the only one that is being emotionally honest and vulnerable.
Mhm.
Like everybody else I think is withholding in a way. Like even at the table at some point when she says that Charles doesn't wear his ring, and Portia's response is, "Girl, why you keep telling us stuff? Ain't nobody ask you." Y'all were just talking about how men don't wear their rings. Y'all were just talking about that, bitch.
Mhm.
So why would a woman who y'all are supposed to be pretending to be a friend group, why would she not say, "Girl, that's what I'm going through with this nigga right now"? Why would that not be the moment? You know what I'm saying?
'Cause Portia was
So
holding her own tea. That's
exactly.
why she looking at her sideways like, "Why you telling?
Exactly.
You should keep
So
that to yourself."
mhm.
With Phaedra, I feel like, why are you mentioning to us how much of a vibe he used to be 10 years ago? BITCH, it's been a decade. Who a nigga was 10 years ago is not who they is today. Shut up.
Okay. Fuck.
In addition, of course, you wouldn't know him to be married, bitch. He wasn't married at that time. So I just felt like her comments, like Phaedra did get on my nerves with like just the little sideways stuff. You throwing shade at Drew, throwing shade at Angela. Meanwhile, you got Britt and Drew in the car talking nice about you, saying that you
Yeah.
cool, this and that, but you over here throwing shade at
You
them.
see,
I'm
Angela didn't say a
waiting on the
word.
moment. She didn't. I'm waiting on the moment for Phaedra to say something to Angela and Angela get her together. I'm like,
This is her
please don't
moment.
hold back on her.
It's given. I'm gonna give you some time, bitch. I'm gonna give you some time, and then I'm gonna have to gather you. That's what it's giving.
Because Angela don't really play about Charles. Now, Charles can play in her face all day and night.
Yep.
But y'all can't play with Charles in her face.
Mhm.
That's what's
Mhm.
going on. Mhm.
Um, Phaedra is a two-trick pony. She's doing two-trick. Meaning you're gonna come on here doing the two things you've done on this show so far are the exact same things we saw you do on Married to Medicine. You came on there talking about your history with somebody else's husband.
Mm.
You was talking about Greg. And then the second thing that you came on talking about is what the women should donate. And that's what your storyline was, or that was your flex on Married to Medicine. We've seen it before. You didn't have to come around here if you was gonna be giving us the same stuff. You talking about $1,000 minimum. Oh, let's segue into the next thing.
Mhm.
Because let's segue into the next thing that happened on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Number one, Britt is a fucking weirdo. Okay, I
Mhm.
think we can say that confidently.
Absolutely.
Britt is a fucking weirdo. However, I agreed with her when it came down to the situation with Shamia.
Mhm.
Shamia was doing so good on the first half of her being on this show. You were doing amazing, sweetie. And then the minute that you decided to write your name in blood with Portia, it all went downhill. Um, you were being passive aggressive with Britt whenever you were at the dinner table when you said people were pulling up in Rolls Royce and packing Birkin bags and only donating $250 worth of goods. You should have had that conversation with her directly. And when she directly addressed you, then you try to gaslight her into making it seem like she was crazy. And I've been in that position before. And that will really make me turn all the way up. So I feel like they really played her to the left. Now, as far as Britt's behavior at the end of the episode, I was so disgusted because Shamia was crying about her daughter, for one.
Mhm.
And then you made the situation about yourself. Not only that, can we also call out how both Angela and Shamia decided to leave their families during monumental moments or something was going on to be with the group. And y'all talk dog shit about Angela leaving her husband on her anniversary, and
Mm.
Shamia left while her child was. I'm not saying that she was wrong, so don't think that I'm trying to shame another mom. But what I'm saying is, y'all aren't giving equal treatment.
Yeah.
Shamia's daughter was sick when she left and got sicker when she got there. I'm not saying Shamia's wrong for leaving, but what I'm saying is, y'all didn't keep that same energy that y'all had with Angela for leaving her husband during the anniversary. So
Who
this
else left something behind besides Shamia?
Angela decided to go on a girls trip during her anniversary.
So
And
are
that's
we,
why her marriage might not work out, throwing shade. Why are you here on your anniversary type of shit?
okay.
They were.
Who was throwing shade again?
Portia and them,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Portia.
I was confused.
I don't think Cynthia was throwing shade, but when Cynthia said, "I hope it all works out," maybe she was, because she was in the vehicle with the women talking shit about Charles and Angela. So it's no telling.
Um, I feel like okay, so it's a lot of shit. First of all, I don't like that feeling that it feels like they're low key kind of using Charles as a way to bully her
Mhm.
because he ain't shit man and all of y'all have had ain't shit ass men. So as women, y'all shouldn't be so callous with one another about shit like that because y'all all go through it and y'all all have gone through it in one way or another on camera. So where's the like, the sisterhood that y'all claim to have? I did not like Britt doing all of that shit. It was fake. All of that making it about her, and I love that Drew was giving her like a "What the fuck is going on here, girl?"
Mhm.
That was fun for me. Um, and also I wanted to clock that I think that Shamia's husband intentionally upset her, to fuck up the trip and to make her feel guilty. I do. I'm sorry. This is like the second time that he's supposed to be handling it and he calls her. And I keep having this back and forth with people because they're misunderstanding me, right? A lot of women are like, I'm a mom. I want to know second by second what's going on with my child at all times. And what I'm saying is, if somebody loves you and they know that you're trying to relax and there's nothing you can do, they probably will not tell you until it is necessary so that you don't not have a good time on your trip when there's nothing you can really do right now. We have to wait till tomorrow anyway. So I understand that mothers are saying, I want to know. What I'm saying is, as a man and as a father, if he was really trying to be the man and be the other parent, handle the shit until she is on her way back home and then tell her. Because ain't the baby alive? Ain't the baby okay? Oh, okay then. And then what the fuck you talking about? The I don't like this nanny. Because to me, he was giving too many different things at one time that he had an issue with, which was another reason why I felt that way. But he said the nanny got her in a cold room and the nanny not even wrapping her up. And I was just like, nigga, ain't you the HVAC king? Why the fuck you can't control the air condition at your house? Like, in what world does the nanny have control of your Nest app? Like, make me understand what's going on.
In
That
a world where I don't know too much about the man, but I'm gonna say in a world where the father is babysitting the kids, that happens more often than you think. When the father feels like he's babysitting, he's going to call the mother.
Can I say that I
Please, because I see
totally
your face.
agree with that? Because when we talk about Shamia going on trips or whatever like that, I'm like, she should, because it sounds like she be the one that be doing the most of the work when she at the house. So I'm like, let that mother be a daddy like he fucking supposed to be a daddy. And when you think about the conversation, I have to agree, because why the fuck is you calling me, telling me that we need to get a new person, yada yada yada, the baby, this and that? That sounds to me that like a father that's not always as active with the child. Just to me, so they got a call and they technically checking in with you. Like, what you think, is that okay? No, I need you to be calling me saying, "Hey, I fired her." Period. Like, she's
I did
fired.
X,
I didn't
Y,
like
it's
how she was
handled.
handling our kid. Like, yeah, we got somebody else. Da, 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 da. Don't call me for another situation that I have to fucking figure out. Call me
Well,
and let me know the shit has been taken care of, okay? Unless it's something that you really need to just double check with me about. But if it's nothing y'all could really do in this moment, it does feel like you call her to upset her just a little piece. And any little thing that's happening with Shiloh, she is going to be emotional about it.
he didn't
Okay?
comfort her either.
So I have to agree.
I thought that I was just exaggerating because I'm not like a I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you ass person.
Yeah.
But based on the circumstance, he called her. She was upset on the phone in another country, knowing that it was nothing that she could do about it. And he didn't comfort her at the end of the phone call with the I love you. It was like, all right, bye. I was like,
Can I also say that I feel like her emotionalness, understand to me, and I could be wrong, and I'm not trying to be insensitive, but I understand what her daughter's going through. She also understands that what her daughter deals with, right? But I personally felt like she was crying about more than just her daughter.
she
I don't
was.
know what else was bothering her, but it was something more than just her daughter.
Mom
Another
good.
thing I want to talk about with Brit. Brit was doing too damn much. At one point, I'm like, girl, is this about Shamia or is it about you? Okay. The other thing about Brit is she was a liar. Yep, she was a liar. That's just what it is. Like, I understand that you only gave a little toilet paper 250. I felt like both of them were wrong in a sense. One, she knew she could have gave more. And if you know that that's all that you have, don't tell somebody that you had to put everything in your car. You packed your car with all that you could pack it with. And then when she tell you to bring the car around, oh, well, it's a truck. He got the truck. Oh, okay, well, we trying to be gone by a certain amount of time. Can you bring the truck? You never had any of those things. So just be honest up front and just say, girl, I ain't got it. Like, this is what all I was able to do. But Shamia, why are you sitting up here and then saying I wasn't going to talk about it until no, you expected and you wanted to air her out in a sense because you didn't like it. You wanted to air her out. So that's the reason you brought it up. Don't tell her that God loves a cheerful giver. And then you, who is not God, want to sit up there and feel away about what it is that she brought. Like Shamia, you said something, Nisa. You said Shamia, she was never equal. She never gives equal. No, you said she doesn't give equal treatment when it came to the Angela thing. And she never gives it. She never gives equal treatment. She never does. And
She
I
a
feel like
follower.
she has given birth to a new lap dog in my personal, and that would be Kelly.
That's really. I was.
Oh yeah, I see it.
I see it with Kelly because we're gonna see it next episode, but I more so see it with Shamia. Drew was right when she said it. When she said you called me a dog and Drew said a hit dog on holler, I screamed. Because Drew ate that. I'm so tired of y'all playing in Drew's face season after season after season. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, I'm not really. I was here for Shamia in the beginning, and then the minute she decided to write her name in blood with Portia, it went literally downhill because you start acting funny and moving in ways that wasn't natural of what's exactly moral or ethical in real life. Like, what's going on? But yeah, that was pretty much all I wanted to talk about in terms of the episode. Was it anything else that happened?
I'm trying to see.
Why is everybody so gay? Hate to be the one to do that. Brittany taking her clothes off, and Shamia's response was, "Do I have to call and get permission?" I don't know if anybody clocked that at the end of the episode.
I clocked it, but I was wondering, why did she say that?
Because she has to call Gerald to ask him for permission to fuck a woman. So and then why is Britt taking all her clothes off? Anyway, but I don't know if we talked about Portia and Shamia in a car and Portia telling Shamia she loved her and then them laughing about blowing on her booty hole because Shamia said, I want you to blow on my booty hole. That's what she told Portia in a car. And so they made
No.
a song about it.
They
No.
did. I
Yeah.
think, and she's so happy to have her best friend back. I'm like, that's crazy.
Let me tell you something, girl. I'm actually bisexual, love women, okay? Have been eating coochie since the year of '04, okay? And when I tell you I don't play with my friends like that, I don't play with my friends like that. I'm not gonna like make those types of comments. You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying? I might, I give compliments, but I give compliments to people, period. Like,
Right.
look good, you look good, bitch. I want you to know. Okay. I would want to know if I look good and you thought so. Shit.
Right.
Fuck. But it's not from that standpoint at all. And I'm so very conscious of that. So for me, for them to be talking to each other like that, it's because they fucked. Because if you actually are like that and you know how people will like think, oh, because you gay, you like everybody. Girl, no, I don't. No, I don't. So you very much have to be conscious of who you allow like to get any type of flirtatious energy from you, because you'll find out how often you can't flirt with hoes because they'll really try to fuck you. So this is why I myself am like, yeah, nah, you don't talk to your homegirl like that unless you and your homegirl have fucked before.
Yeah, I could definitely believe that they've experimented for sure, especially not only just the interaction between them, but remember when Portia was in the night of Bolo, she said one of you is eating me out, and everybody is friends. And so that's just what
Was Shamia there?
I don't think Shamia was there, but it was just the fact that she said it to friends, and it lets me know.
I
No, they all
was there, but in the background.
Nisty face, like, no, they all
No, because now I'm thinking, no, they all eat gooch, because this has been something that's been ongoing since the dungeon.
Yeah, they've been eating the coochie out the queen for sure. That's something that's been happening. Yeah.
Well, anyway, can we recast them? Okay. It's something that really irritates me about old bitches being fake lesbians for fun, or like low key doing that for our entertainment. I don't like that shit at all, especially when they was doing it on Married to Medicine. It makes me gag.
Doing it and being homophobic. That's a real what the fuck you got really going on. Y'all joke about the shit and then be homophobic, and then when I say it's because y'all hoes is really gay, everybody want to send me long ass emails like you're gay.
Well, I was gonna save this, but this is actually the perfect time to talk about it. Speaking of gay, let's get into. Speaking of gay, let's get into.
I like that picture with them in black. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh my god,
They look cute, but I must say,
Ooh.
even if Drew did something, I don't care. But I will say this: I feel like this is the flirting she was speaking on. And Ralph, this don't make you look no better.
No. I think she was talking about flirting when it came to black, to be honest. This past episode, I think she was talking about black, because I think black was flirting with her based on those text messages that Ralph Pittman posted. These two people are fucking.
Oh, without a doubt. And then there's supposedly text messages.
That was questionable to say, oh, baby, love you so much, +3. I'm like, Drew, that does give a little bit more. But my question is, did this happen during or after Ralph filed for the divorce?
There's no dates. You're right. But Pete, somebody in the comments said, Peep how Drew never said, I love you back. She said, baby, I love it so much. I love you and miss you so much. Drew didn't say nothing about loving her and missing her. So they definitely was fucking around, but I feel like Drew just felt like doing some shit.
Yeah, she probably felt safer. And please understand that Ty is a cleanup woman.
Very much so. How she shows up on Basketball Wives, listening to her friends vent this and that. I said, oh yeah, she sees her in.
I don't
That
like
way.
not being able to speak on the phone with you.
Listen, I'm telling y'all right now, it's a crazy stud, bitch. I've seen him. I told y'all I can see Ty. Toxic stud. They've been groomed.
The way both of her exes still be crashing out. Mimi getting in the comments and Ming over here laughing. And I'm like, I wanted to ask her so bad, how that dude doing that you cheated on Ty with? Why you coming over here trying to hee hee ha ha how that nigga doing that you cheated on Ty with? Because you didn't bring no evidence. All you said was that they've been on the phone for hours and hours. But then Ty clocked your tea about you going on a cabin trip for like a week with the nigga you was fucking. So basically, you cheated on Ty though. So what's going on? Crazy work. But they be crashing
Yeah.
out over Ty. Drew just didn't crash out. My girl didn't even say I love you back.
No, Drew didn't crash out.
Great women. Probably I mean, as a rule, most lesbians also date other lesbians from time to time. But that's the reason why you know that Ty is a specific type of toxic stud, because she's a turnabout girl.
Yeah, which is kind of given to me. My best friend is bisexual, dated women for a long ass time. And whenever she would date girls like this, I don't know Ty, but 9 times out of 10, they had mommy issues.
Yes, mama was a crackhead or alcoholic or was always
Something.
worrying about a man, so they
You know
got
what?
with Ty early on.
Think you're right, Niecy. I don't even know if Ty. I came across something a few weeks ago where she was referencing her dad in the article. So it made me wonder, like, well, what's up with your mom? Was your mom around or what happened? It was something about her mentioning her dad.
Yeah, I just don't understand why you would want to, like, it's too many instances of her. You said the turnout girl. She's always the one to come after everybody thinks somebody's straight. So it's like, I'm not understanding why you would want to be that.
It's not cute at this age. Like at our big age of in our 30s and shit. No, that's not cute. When you were a teenager and you were able to pull some girl that thought she was straight, but was obviously not, if we're being real, it was cute. Okay. But like, it's not cute as an adult. Cause really what it means is that you're pushing past somebody's boundaries. And I can't get jiggy with that shit. But somebody in the comments just said that they're strictly dickly, but they think Ty is so cute. And that's because she has a masculine aesthetic, a masculine, you know, the way she performs her femininity is quite masculine. So that's a gender thing. And that's why gender is fluid, because people don't always show up like a woman that you wouldn't be attracted to, but they look kind of like a cute dude you might be attracted to. See how that works?
Well,
that's why studs love straight women and straight women love them back.
I'm not feeling no type of way about these pictures coming out because it did nothing for me. We already knew they were still. We already knew. So it's like, what's new? Now, what is new is Brittany Edie suing Bravo for $20 million. So last week when we was talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta, you remember we were so confused. This is before the news came out about her suing Bravo for $20 million. She had made an Instagram post and said that the pictures on the episode were not her. And we were like, huh? Since when? We were so confused, not realizing that this was a setup for her to sue Bravo. So she's suing them for $20 million over alleged defamation and sexual harassment following the scandal, because now she feels like it was Google, Bravo, who basically implied that the pictures were her, even though she never said it was her.
These quotations.
No, I'm not even understanding why this would be like I had to do this because she performed the entire season as though the images were of her. She even came forward and said the images were of her when she was a kid.
Talk about it, and even blame Ming for giving footages or a video or something to photos to Kenya.
Right.
And Ming had to call her out and say that wasn't true.
So it's given you spoke to a lawyer too late. If the come up was going to be that you were a one season wonder and you needed 20 million, you should have spoke to the lawyer immediately after that happened, and a lawyer would have told you how to move and would have told you to never admit the pictures were of yourself, and you could have saw how they edited it. I don't even understand how this will even go to court.
I feel like that's exactly what she did, though. I think she did talk to the lawyer. The lawyer told her how to play it, and let's see how they edit it, and then came to the front like, oh, we could probably hit them on some defamation because maybe, because of whatever they allowed to show on the show as far as Kenya saying she was a fraud or whatever. She may consider that defamation. Emotional distress was more so them having her believe that the image was her, even though she never saw it, but they had her believing that it was her. Right. So I feel like it could have been a setup from the moment that happened, that she was going
Oh,
to try
had
to
her
line things
believing.
up. Yeah, they had her believing that it was her, even though she never saw the photo. So I'm like, why didn't you request to see it a long time ago? Since Bravo did such an investigation, why didn't they show that to you? But it's just real interesting. I honestly don't think she's going to get anything for it. If she does, it definitely is going to be on the lower end. It for sure won't be 20 million in my personal. And she gonna have to get in line until that attorney probably remove himself from the case if he don't want to continue to do it. Because Bravo got other suits that's ahead of hers that they got to deal with. So
She got other suits.
yeah, good luck. If she win, then that's what Bravo get, because y'all decided to fire Kenya, but y'all kept this woman.
I'm
And this
wondering
woman turned around and sued y'all.
what type of fucking investigation y'all did if she didn't even know that it wasn't her. And that's another thing. The reason why, bitch, is because your stupid ass thought it was you because you've done that before. And you should have been like, me? Shit, let me see.
It probably
Right.
was her.
And the lies that she went on to tell.
Right. And then
No,
you
my
milked it.
business, this, that.
Right. You milked the shit out of that situation. And now you want to do a lawsuit? You're a fucking scammer, just like I thought with that insurance company. You're a scammer.
Mm-hmm.
And just mad because the fans wasn't on her side. That's what she didn't like. She thought we was gonna be on her side and like her and see that Kenya was wrong, and she saw it didn't change nothing. And then she fell out with the whole cast. Now Carlos is saying something didn't happen. So when they get ready to do the reunion, of course we already know they see all of the video, right? And she must not have liked how it was edited or something. But that may be what led to it. And she also didn't want to be like Mia, having to come to the reunion and actually face her hope. So she backed out of it and felt bullied. So now, I'm going to sue because things aren't going my way and the whole cast is now turned against me. Girl, bye. Bye.
Let me catch up on these super chats real quick because I see a couple of them coming on about Brittany, but let me read these older ones. So it says Future's fourth baby mama and Russell's choice after he divorced Clear Lady. Oh. Ooh, she said she not fucking with Ciara. Oh my gosh. Love you ladies from Salt Lake City, Utah. Next comment is from Brittany Young. Thank you. She said, off topic, Nelly and Ashanti's new TV show is going to be on Peacock on the 26th. Are you guys watching?
Absolutely.
I guess. I mean, I
train
paid
wreck.
for Peacock, so
I have to see this train wreck because they're gonna try to make it look cute like we in 2002, but we're gonna see it and be like, well, this is problematic. I'm guessing.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Because the shit we saw online alone, like when he was drunk and she didn't want to be on camera, and so she went and hid in the bathroom and all of that.
Yeah, I feel like he did too much. I know she was sitting on the bed and kept telling him to get off while she was pumping, and he just was doing too much.
He's a weirdo to me. You know what I mean? He's a weirdo.
Clocked by T sent a super sticker. Deshaun says Phaedra need to stop talking about the girls' looks when she looked like she got the first row seats in Second Baptist as a church mother understudy her first 3 seasons. Oh, Fabulous Faces says she did request to see it, Jamie. They never showed. This is in reference to Brittany Edie.
Okay.
Oh, she requested to see her photo and they never showed it to her. Gotcha.
And then Keisha said she's suing because she was a flop with the viewers. I can see that.
But she wasn't gonna get another season. So
I agree.
Get something out of this. That's what it's giving.
And another one from Fabulous Faces. I'm confused why Britt confessed and cried. Britt don't know how to get along with other women. The only way that she knows how to get along with other women is through friction. So she always shows her ass and wants to feel like somebody's picking on her because she don't know how to feel comfortable. She's threatened. And that's what she did with Kenya. That's what she did even this episode now. It's through friction. And that just goes to show how unhealthy her relationship was with her sisters growing up. I blame the mother.
Absolutely.
I blame the mother. Okay, so in other Real Housewives news, we see Nene and Angela Oakley. Oh, I didn't share the screen. And Nene and Angela Oakley. I'm actually. Is it sharing?
Mm-mm.
Why is it not sharing? There we go. I'm actually excited about this. I have noticed, like I'm sure y'all have over the past 2 weeks or so, Nene has said several times, and different outlets have reposted Nene saying, I'm actually in a good relationship with NBC. I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
be on the red carpet for she's just been I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place. So Nene, Nene knows that showing this level of, oh, look, I'm friendly, I'm a girl's girl to the new girl, is gonna have people asking for her to be on the show. I would love to see these two together. Honestly, I feel like Nene probably will come on the show moving a little bit differently. So would y'all want to see her back on Real Housewives of Atlanta? And if y'all do, would y'all want to see her back on Atlanta with Angela?
I feel like it's whatever. Bravo gonna do what the hell they want to do, so it's whatever for me. But I don't know if it's going to help ratings or not. And if it does, I feel like it might for a little bit, and it is just gonna go back. I feel like people might be tired of reality TV, and that's why ratings may take a dip. They may spend more time on social media than they do actually watching the TV. They may just watch the clips and be like, "That's enough. I don't need to like go watch the show." But,
Um, I'm gonna say yes because she's been trying so desperately to get back on the show for so long.
mhm.
And everybody wants her back on the show so badly. So yeah, let's take it for a ride and see what it does. Sure.
Y'all know I've been wanting to see Nene back. I was never against Nene. I was always for Nene. It didn't matter what the fuck Nene did. I love her so much. And I
Okay,
want to
friend.
see her on the show.
I
Okay,
remember
girl,
you saying
damn.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always have because I've always been able to understand where she was coming from in some type of way. Even when she was shooting herself in the foot, I was like, okay, she's spiraling. But I want to see Nene back on the show, and I would love to see her on the show with Angela. However, get rid of Phaedra.
Mm.
Get rid of Phaedra. Um, Honestly, y'all know I was kind of migrating over to Team Swirl, but I think that's because I wasn't getting my Nene fix. I'm cool without Kenya. Um, get rid of Portia. Cynthia can stay.
They're gonna keep Portia. Now they may get rid of Shamia and Kelly potentially and keep Angela. I think if
Yes.
Nene comes back, they do need some older faces because I feel like the new girls ain't gonna know how to really play with Nene, if that makes sense. They may take a Brie Edie approach and feel like everything is so offensive. Like I feel like they may need to bring some faces back, understanding that Nene and Portia have their issues going back to that Netflix situation and when they used to hang out and Nene still being cool with Portia's ex-husband. I definitely see Portia returning for them to have to figure that situation out. They said Kenya wasn't going nowhere, so we'll see if she is or isn't. I'm cool with Kenya returning.
Oh, they said
And
Kenya going nowhere?
well, according to Lauren LaRosa, she spoke with a source at Bravo that says Kenya isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So I don't know.
We thank them. We
But
thank
that
them.
was right before. Well, it was the same day that Edie filed her lawsuit against Bravo. So I don't know. It could change since they got that.
Mm.
Hmm.
Well, I don't think Kenya is named in the lawsuit. So I think that would, she would still be able to come back without that being a issue, I feel like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would think I could see it a different way.
Yeah. I
Where
mean,
they may feel like you the reason for this though.
if Brit changes her mind, like I feel like that might be Brit being like vindictive on some shit. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise, you're not suing her now because it wasn't her responsibility for how that was taped. That's the only way. Because the only way you would be able to sue her is if it was actually you. But I guess because it wasn't actually her, like you can't really bring charges on Kenya for posting about
She
somebody.
could.
Right.
She could sue
Could she?
Kenya for defamation.
Okay.
Well, yeah, she could.
Mhm.
Okay.
But she know that's not where the money is.
But even with the defamation, I feel you got to prove that. And it looks like on those boards, Kenya was speaking to what Brit's past clients have said about her.
Clients. What you talking about? What you
Or
got?
whatever them reviews were. Yeah.
Reviews? Yes. Oh, you talking about
Like
insurance
for
reviews?
the insurance, yeah.
Oh, I thought you was calling her a prostitute.
Well,
No.
That's what I thought, but I also feel like she may be
No, say it.
She may be one. Like, that's what it give. Like, why were you a video girl in high school? There's no way.
Like,
Can I just say, after listening to Diddy's trial, I know we probably weren't supposed to. After listening to Diddy's trial and then hearing that you was connected to Rick Ross, I don't know what going on in entertainment no more. I just don't know.
Oh, it's a dark place, like they've been saying.
And then Ming dated them, and I don't know.
It's definitely giving a lot of the girls are being pimped. I really think that it needs to be required reading for the high school girls, because I think that a part of hiding things from y'all mean y'all don't know what y'all looking at when it's coming. And I feel like pimping is something that affects girls when they're in their high school age, right? So like you can have a boyfriend and you don't know he's trying to pimp you out, or you know what I'm saying? Like you get with an older man and he tries to pimp you out, or, you know, a stepdaddy. But either way, like I feel like the girls who end up going through this pipeline of being pimped out to these rappers were already either the rapper started it or they were already dealing with something like that in their household, childhood, whatever, that primed them for the celebrity men to be like, oh, that looks like a victim. I can go re-victimize her. You know, like that's low key what it feels like sometimes, especially when it comes to the fact that they date the same women. And sometimes I feel like the women don't recognize, like y'all think some of these women are like actively like, oh, I'm gonna go from this rapper to that rapper. I don't think it's like that. I feel like this is who I'm around because I want to be around motherfuckers with money. So this is who I'm around. And then these men are the ones that end up, you know, preying on you. So, but yeah, you know, I think to a degree, I don't think the girls can see how the managers and the rappers are just trying to find girls to traffic or pimp. I think a lot of them do that. So for instance, when Young Berg was online talking that shit, I'm like, that's because you one of them niggas too, probably. Probably. He gives like, he's probably pimped some girls. Like
for sure.
Like his demeanor and the way he talked to women and the way he handled them. Also, the women he's like, you make your artists. Like, didn't he have a relationship with one of his artists?
Tink.
Tink, yes.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah, they had a bad father. Didn't she say he was abusive, just like we saw of Hazel E?
Yep. He another one that's starting to age now, and you can see it, and it's like, oh wow, that youth really be saving these niggas. Cause you know how we was looking at Jim Jones and looking at how he was being dehydrated into a shriveled up version of himself. Well, I believe the same thing is happening. The same thing is happening with Young Berg. And that's good. That's good because I really can't stand. I really can't stand Young Berg. I really don't like him, and I don't like the fact that he's been able to be like further successful beyond Love and Hip Hop years, because I find him so fucking disrespectful and ain't shit. Like it's very bothersome to me.
Y'all, Monique is coming back to Real Housewives of Potomac. People were getting excited because Candace had posted a picture at NBC a couple months ago. So people were talking about her being like in conversations, but she's not coming back. Monique is coming back. What y'all think?
She's coming back as a friend of. I think that's definitely a cute way to come back to this show. But then like I also feel like I'm over Real Housewives of Potomac to some extent. This will make me peek in like I do with Basketball Wives. Like, you know, you kind of loosely watch it when you ain't got shit else to watch. But I'm not interested, even if she is coming back. I'm sorry. It'll make me take a peek though.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Like I'm indifferent. Like if she returns, okay, cool.
She would be a friend of Ashley.
Well, I was gonna ask y'all this: is she gonna come back and be friendly with Giselle?
Probably not, because they're saying that Ashley and Giselle are beefing. So I imagine that Monique will be coming on to aid in that endeavor.
I couldn't even imagine them beefing.
Why would you even? Well, one, some part of me is like, why would you even want to put your friend in that type of situation? Bring him back like she's supposed to be your pit bull of some fashion in a situation like with Giselle. You know, I kind of feel a way about that, knowing what all of the drama that happened last time. But two, Monique did accept the opportunity, obviously. But I don't know. I mean, a lot of people are excited. They feel like the ratings are gonna go, and I don't think the ratings are gonna go anywhere. She's gonna be a friend of. Like, what do y'all expect? How much screen time do y'all really expect her to have? Unless as they progress during the season, they bump her up to being, having a flute. But I really don't think Monique wants y'all in her business like that. So I think she's gonna be okay being in a Cynthia type role where I just give y'all a little bit. I'll show up here or there. I don't think she wants that. But
It
I
would be
also think
crazy.
people need to never say never.
Heavy on that, Jamie, because she said never. How many times?
A lot. And
She
then
spoke
said
bad
that
about
other show. I don't need that little chick.
Can we talk about why? Can we talk
Let's
why.
about
talk.
why? I think that she you want to talk about somebody that shortchanged themselves? I think she shortchanged herself in that divorce. I
Girl,
think that
I was just about to say that. No child support.
yeah, I think she shortchanged herself with that. And I think it's because she didn't want to fight with him and she didn't want to
Right.
be the bad guy because they were always making her the bad guy. And I think she felt that if she had taken something from him, everybody would have attacked her even more. Because she's, y'all know people hate her in comparison to the husband, right? So I think she was trying to be like the good, easy woman, like she always is, and took less than she should have gotten. And now what's caught up to her after that lump sum of money probably has gone out. And after she lost her job, now it's given, I have to go to work because I have to be able to maintain these 3 children.
Right.
Like,
Because essential oils ain't gonna do it for me.
right.
Yeah. She needs the publicity, like, you know what I'm saying? It
But
makes sense.
yeah.
But yeah, I agree 1000% because I listened to an interview that Monique said, and she kind of talked about that before they got married, trying to prove to him that she wasn't after his money, as some other people will say. And I think that as much as she may have grown, she put herself right back in that same place that she was in the beginning, not wanting to come off as that type of woman to where, like Bondi said, I don't want that. And I feel like once again, you didn't consider yourself. Yeah, you considered yourself as far as this divorce, but you didn't really, I think, consider yourself and your kids because he owed you something. Pay me for my pain, pay me for my time, and you can say the bullshit because everything is mine. From the house to West Palm and the yacht in Belize, you can keep the sad face. Nigga, hand me them keys for sure. So I think she should have got more out of that deal. But then also I'm thinking too, was she just ready to be divorced too? Because some people will just be like, fuck it. You got it. If that's what's gonna hurry up and draw the line for me, that's
absolutely. I
because it's
definitely
only
that's
gonna
part
keep
of it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Like I'm tired. Because I've been fighting with you in the marriage. I'm not trying to fight with you getting out this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, women, y'all should get whatever y'all can get. Y'all should get whatever y'all deserve. Don't let them niggas tire you out into taking less than you deserve from these marriages. Because you put in way more work than them niggas want to actually quantify.
Stacey's storyline is dating Monique X a while ago. I can see that.
Who the fuck is? Oh, yeah. I wasn't
Who
watching.
is Stacey?
Yeah, that's the new one. At first, I thought
And
they
still,
meant
all
Katie.
right.
I was gonna say you mean Katie, then I'm like, no, it is a Stacy on the show now.
The way I was about to not know who the fuck that was.
All right, y'all. Let's flip back into some gossip. We kind of went back and forth about this week in the chat, and that was Tiana and Aaron Pierre. So a couple pictures got out because it was his birthday. I don't want to say got out. They posted a couple pictures and she wished him a happy birthday and was given a very casual, I'm out with my boo type of picture. You see, she giving us the fresh face. It's just looking real candid. And the way that they staged this is just so, they did a really good job, in my opinion.
It's crazy.
Even the way that they staged this photograph, y'all hired the white woman wearing baseball cap in the background to sit there and smile at y'all as y'all gaze into each other's eyes to make us think that this is something. It's really cute. And then him walking into a room for, it looks like a surprise birthday party where she surprises him. if you look for a hot second, I'm gonna play it a couple times. It looks like she's looking at him like we supposed to kiss, but maybe I'm just overthinking it. So they walk in. Oh, the giggle nerves. Oh, yeah, that's so cute. Happy birthday, babe. Oh my gosh, he's actually surprised. Look, straight face. Giggle, giggle. Let's kiss. And then she was on the Sacred Studio Instagram page and she had mentioned something about my man. I'm not leaving him at the club because he's fine. And at first, I ain't gonna hold y'all. At first, when I saw this picture in them, I was like, oh my gosh, maybe they are together. Then I saw this picture and I was like, oh my gosh, that's cute. Then I saw this video, it just didn't sit right. And then when she did the sacred thing, I was like, that is 4 times y'all have been in my face this week trying to convince me of this relationship. And I just don't believe it.
When we see it too much show up on the timeline, I understand where it can feel like it's forced. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I just saw that one tweet that I sent y'all, and that right there changed.
Yeah.
Oh,
everything
the
for me.
tweet, the tweet,
Yeah,
the
about him
tweet.
and his man before he was about to become big famous that he needed to stop
I don't
dating.
know who that man was. I just know the people
That's
said
his
he been quiet ever since Tiana been with him.
Well,
I'm like,
he
wait.
looks bisexual and or, queer in some type of way. Imma just tell y'all. And, if they are both queer people in a relationship together, like, that's also cool. Because I imagine she has a certain level of masculinity and he might have a certain
Mm-hmm.
level of femininity that they may do well together. But it's absolutely given based on them pictures, because I had never seen those pictures either, Jamie. It's absolutely given he was with that man and his manager said, "Listen, you're gonna have to drop him. We're
It
gonna
was
make you black
so
famous
many.
next year, and once we make you black famous, you can't be gay, especially if we're trying to do Denzel. You can't be gay and be Denzel, bud. So we're gonna have to find you a woman, and you're gonna have to let that man go." And then his homeboy was probably, "Are you really gonna break us up after everything we've been through? This is my dream.
That's
Fuck
the
your
tweet,
dream."
guys.
You know?
Don't worry, things are gonna die down and then we'll go back to normal.
Just let me do this. Let me do this. And I promise I'll be right back. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the tweet, guys.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Amen.
that's not that nigga brother. That's his old man. Ain't no way we
My
take
bad, y'all. I'm calling the DMs. Hold on.
Listen, don't be letting everybody know who you talking about.
Situation, she was taken into custody, she was arrested. Yes, they did seize her cell phone and her vehicle based on.
Yeah.
Who was listening
Anyway,
to
I
y'all
have no
what was
idea.
that? What was going on? It was at a courthouse. What was that?
Yeah, I think I was watching some Karen Reed or something when I was
Okay.
recording it. I was
Not
watching
Will and
Karen Reed
Gracie.
Courthouse.
Actually, I'm wondering, like, I do feel like there's a cleanup happening with their relationship, but I also feel like she be looking like she be looking like she fucking him. Like the way, the pelvis moves in when they go for the kiss and all of that. It's very
Mhm.
much, but then also we know how meticulous and how good of a performer Tiana is. So it's very hard to feel like maybe she is not really with him and maybe she's with Victoria the way we want her to be. Um, you know? So yeah, who knows? Cuz I feel
What
like
y'all
the black community is still very homophobic even for women. Even with Tiana being who she is, if Tiana were to go and be in a relationship with a woman, I don't think that would be well received even with her being the way she is.
I don't think it would make a difference for Tiana.
I think it would. Like, cuz there are still some people that's going
I
I
I
can
don't
his
see it
love
making a
Yeah, I
difference
think
for
it'll
Tiana.
be a lot of negatives. I do agree that if she may get more positive feedback than negative, but the negative will be there. But I feel like that might come from some of the guys that desire her and know they can never have her. But I see more support for Tiana.
Oh yeah, I mean, because
I feel like she's teeter
the
totter
white gay
line support.
community, like
Mhm,
Niecy Nash and the Bratton and Judy and all of them, yeah,
mhm.
everybody would accept you and bring you into the fold and shit. But I also feel like for some people, when it comes to their careers, they still, I don't think they, you know what I mean? I don't think they can take that leap sometimes, especially if they got a black mama that's like, yeah, you can have your little fun, but don't you be trying to bring no girl home like you about to be with a girl,
I
you
think
know?
that this is less about Tiana's career. The thing I always think about is how close Tiana and Lori Harvey are. And we know Lori Harvey has done this twice when it comes to trying to excel the black man's career in a way that you have to do whenever you first come out. They want to see you with a black woman. We seen Lori Harvey do it with Michael B. Jordan because it was alleged that he only dated white and Hispanic women. We saw that contract end. Then we saw her do it with Damson Idris, and it didn't really hit the same. They broke up. I feel like this is what we're seeing now. I think this doesn't have nothing to do with Tiana's career and everything to do with why not? I am well, let me not say nothing. It has little to do with Tiana's career because she's back releasing music. I think that the benefit for her is pissing off her ex.
Absolutely.
And also, this is a benefit to Aaron Pierre because I think a lot of people do think that he looks feminine, but you know that the rite of passage is for you to have a high profile relationship with a black woman for you to be able to be cemented as a great like Will Smith, Denzel Washington. That's a lot of the reasons why we didn't see Lawrence, whatever his real name was, with his white wife. So
Yes.
it's staged.
From Insecure.
Mm-hmm.
Him, Childish Gambino was another one. A lot of them because we used to think it was, oh, you black famous white people don't know you. But on the other spectrum of that is black people that become famous in white spaces for acting or theater. And then right before they're about to come out to everybody, which means now black people will be able to assign them to the black community once they see that they're black. Then you have to deal with how the black community works. And y'all know the community is not okay. And the community is very much homophobic. So I think it is a part of, and of course, much more for a man than it would be for Tiana, y'all. Don't get me wrong. But I still feel like in this day and age, the way people respond with the homophobia, it makes me feel like it probably is a situation that's best for both of them at this time. You know what I'm saying? Like specifically after her divorce, I think it's best for her to go and be with a man than go be with a woman. Because I feel like the way Amon was acting, that's not much different than the way DDG was acting. You know what I'm saying? Like that bitter baby daddy bullshit. So sometimes I feel like, you have to be extra careful about how you go about your life right after leaving one of them niggas. And he looks like safety to me. For her too. For her as well. Like safety for him, yes. But also for me, it feels like safety for her as well. Like she can perform this for Amon's benefit, but in the safety of a man that actually would have some care for her versus going out here and getting with one of these weird ass Hollywood straight niggas and having them dog walk her and be added to the list of men that dog walk her along with Amon.
So y'all literally blowing us up after Straws then came out and now her album about to drop. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm here for it though. I
Aaron
can't
Pierre
wait
got
for
something coming out within the next few weeks, I guarantee you.
the visual album. I can't wait to see the rest of what she's done with that because that first one was so like visually appealing.
Well, I mean they do look cute. Let me not skip out on that. They look cute. I just don't.
Y'all, nobody ever really quits music. Like, I don't know why y'all believe. Jay-Z told y'all he was going to retire. Like, everybody tells y'all that they're going to quit music. Nobody, if they're good at it, people don't actually quit music because it eventually is going to call to them in one way or another. Like, Andre 3000 stopped rapping and he over there playing every classical instrument he can find. Like, the music will find you. Like, bitch, come outside. We're not done yet. Okay?
Definitely.
That was for that nigga though. That was for that nigga because he was probably in the house telling her, "You think you better than me? You ain't shit. Your music ain't popping." Like I think that she probably was feeling him making her feel bad about herself more than the industry making her feel bad about herself, and that's why she decided to, say she was gonna stop.
Yeah. And then I thought she had some label stuff. I thought she was
she
behind
did.
the Kanye West with that
Good music.
Which was a terrible decision.
That's when she said she was going. Yeah, that's when she said she was going to retire. But I wonder if that's what she had to say to get up out or something.
Yes, to get away from Kanye because Kanye's ass is crazy too. I heard something that came out in Diddy's trial today. Torre was talking about that one of the escorts was somebody that also was a regular for another high profile couple and is believed to be Kanye and Kim.
I wouldn't be surprised. They said he came down to the courthouse, didn't it, to support Diddy?
Yeah. He's
Kanye?
Yeah, he's been supporting him this entire time. And it is, and you notice the way he handles his relationships with these women. He's been accused of assault by people too, and he's been accused of playing porn on conference videos in front of everybody. He's been accused
But
of
somebody went on a date with him. Was it? I don't know. It wasn't Vivica. It was somebody else that went on a date and said or went to his house, and they said he had that on the screen. Was that Kenya Moore?
It might have been. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
somebody went on a date or at least linked up with him at his house, and he was downstairs. I think they were like standing around for a minute, like, where is he at? And he was down there watching that. Something like
It was Kenya.
something like that.
Yeah.
Crazy. Not
Well,
surprised.
Birds of a feather.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's talk about this. It's one more thing. I guess we got one more thing. I feel like we got to get this in real quick.
Sure.
Let's talk about Yandy.
Oh, okay. Control.
Let's talk about Yandy. Her and her ex-friend employee then fell out, and now he's a legend. That's the ex-friend. Because when I saw this, I said, "Hold on, I know she ain't cheating on Mendices with that." Um, he's a legend, and she cheated on Mendices with this guy, this nice-looking man.
Mhm. That's a
Sound like
nice
Kenya
dude.
Moore husband.
Oh
Nice.
wow, he does. He looks like Mark Daly.
That nigga look gay in that picture, boy.
Who is the one? The one in the picture is the friend, right?
Yeah. No, I'm just joking because at first I didn't know who I was looking at first, and then I was like, that gotta be a gay man, and I was like, oh, it's
Right.
Brian, because I couldn't
But
tell at first.
and he said the room in London. This ain't really giving us nothing though.
For myself.
It's not real rich.
You took me away from my birthday to London, bitch. That wasn't for me. London was for you. We're in a restaurant taking pictures. My boyfriend hits me up and he's like, yo, who's taking a picture? Who's that third menu for on the table? I said, oh, shit, Yindy. He's gonna think I'm cheating on him. He thinks I'm here with somebody. Bitch, and all along we was there with you and your nigga that you was. We went to London so you could your nigga, your side nigga. Bitch, you didn't go there for me. I'm like, Yindy, please, I gotta tell him. Don't tell him nothing. I don't want him in my business. So you want me to let him believe that I'm cheating on him? And then you still ungrateful? So my shit is fucked up. Your shit at home with DC is under wraps because he thinks you taking me away to London for my fucking birthday. All the while, you out here fucking this nigga and the nigga was fine. Don't get me wrong. I would have fucked him too. Thinking about all the shit I did.
Fine.
And we can all concur on that.
Now, I will say the reason why I don't believe this is because this seems to be like a delayed realization. It sounds like he's just now realizing that they was in London so she could fuck that man. How convenient when you could have brought this up or you could have had that realization when you were still friends with her.
It's some snake ass shit to do either way, but I'm not gonna lie. The way Yandy was taking pictures with that man, like kind of low key with the get it girl stance, it was given. If people see this picture, I don't want them to look at it and be like, oh yeah, it looked like they fucking. Like the only reason we think y'all fucking is because he said it, and we want that to be the case. Like we want
Yeah,
you.
he fine. Do what you gonna
Like,
do.
we're tired of Mendices. We're tired of you crying about Mendices. We tired of him not wearing his ring. We tired of all of that, girl.
Break up my
I gotta stop this.
Okay.
Girl. And then the thing that made me mad though is this
Okay.
is what I can't stand about bitches, bro. And I mean, when I say bitches, I mean people in general, but really like women do this a lot. You'll really be out there talking about you're a side chick and you're a whore. And meanwhile, you getting dick down on a low by another dude on your husband. And don't get me wrong, I don't give a fuck. But why is you judging the women? Why did you make it your storyline to be going in on Erica Banks and
Right.
Rashida and Kirk baby
And
mama?
Jasmine.
'Cause that's Rashida and Kirk baby mama as far as I'm concerned. Jasmine is Rashida and Kirk's baby mama.
She.
Okay. So for me, at this point, like it's just like they family over there. Like I don't know why you this mad because they gonna be all right. They got a child together. They gonna make up because they have to. And you over here beefing with Rashida because girl, you can't keep talking about people baby mamas like that. I'm sorry. Oh shit.
Well, that's it.
Mm.
So you ain't gonna talk about straw?
Oh, the way that I left. Oh yeah, the way that I left this the Real Housewives of Atlanta frame up,
I did
and
that
I didn't
last
even
week.
realize it.
I did that last week.
What? I actually have a graphic for straw. I think that's actually the perfect way to end this episode.
Okay.
Thoughts on straw? For me, I absolutely loved. I absolutely like. I'm gonna watch it again. I'll probably watch it tonight as soon as we get off live. That shit was so, man. Spoiler alert. So if y'all haven't seen it and y'all intend on seeing it, exit now. Exit. The way that I like to watch a psychological thriller and not know that I'm watching a psychological thriller, I don't even want it to say it's a psychological thriller in the damn genre of the movie. I want to be thrilled. This is good. I loved it. It wasn't given Tyler Perry. It was given like it was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't given Tyler Perry. It was a great movie, actually. I loved it.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. It wasn't really giving Tyler Perry to me either. But I will say for me, I felt like Taraji P. Henson really made it a good film, in my opinion. It was just like different stuff that will pop up. And the twist that happened at the very end, who would have knew that this whole time this lady was pretty much hallucinating? That scene with the officer, I was like, when he tried to, attack her or whatever, I'm like, and it was raining. I said, damn, when it rains, it pours, doesn't it? Because she literally was going through something like back to back to back to back to back. And what I liked was how they kind of I liked how Sherry Shepherd was kind of like supporting her in that film and stuff. But it was good. I mean, for me, I enjoyed it. I liked it. It was better than what I've seen Tyler Perry do for some time. So I liked it.
Yeah,
Tyler,
somebody else said it was giving John Q. I heard of that
uh,
before.
Tyler has run up tape on me. Like for right, like I feel like sometimes Tyler does good and sometimes I don't have the energy for Tyler. So I just leave him for the people that he's for. And because I love the artistry of making film and I love actresses and actresses that do really good work. I'm glad that this was a success for them. I'm not interested in watching it because I know the emotional cycle that he's going to send me on when I watch it because he's really good at that. He's kind of sadistic in that way. And I just kind of feel like, no, thank you. And also I feel like I'm tired of him making movies from the 99 and the 2000s. No direct deposit. Your daughter needs medication and you poor and you don't have $40 and you didn't result to selling coochie. Like, where's the
Well, the
Nate?
lady was crazy. That's the thing. The lady was crazy. So all of it is adding up.
So none of it was happening. None of it.
Correct.
None of it was
Correct.
happening.
None of it. That's why I mean I feel like the only thing to say would be is to watch it, but I understand people not wanting to watch it,
Oh,
but
wait.
all of what he did, it wasn't happening. She
So
was
she was never
hallucinating.
in the bank?
No,
She was.
she was
She
in
was
the
in the
bank.
bank. So she was
Well,
going to the bank
technically,
to cash her check, correct?
Yeah,
it's
she
two
went
things.
no, well see the first she went to the bank trying to get money out the bank for her daughter that technically didn't exist.
Right. Okay, got you. But it's still that's what I was talking about, like her going to the bank to cash her check, like she could not, like she wasn't getting like a direct deposit. Like that was the point that I was trying to make. Like it
Yeah.
sometimes seems like he's still writing from the 90s where a woman that was this poor would be going to cash her check at a bank or a check cashing place because everybody didn't have direct deposit back then.
And
Like
that's what I was wondering. Now, see that I don't know when the show was set, right? What setting is it taking place
okay,
in?
I thought it was
Is it like
Yeah,
the
they didn't say that yet.
1990s, early? Like I'm not sure.
were there
The
cell phones?
80s? No, I don't recall her being on a. No, no,
Actually, it
she did
wasn't the
have a cell
90s.
phone. She
Did
did
she
have
have
a
an
cell
iPhone?
phone.
She had an iPhone because she said,
I don't.
text me the picture of the cop. Remember?
I'm about to say, wasn't something
Yeah,
being
yeah, yeah.
okay? Yeah, so they were in current time. So if they was in
But
current time,
the thing is, at the end, it's two separate things. It's like, okay, so this really happened, but her daughter died and she didn't know it. But then the next layer of it is, oh my gosh, she was hallucinating the entire thing. Like the bank never happened, none of it.
Okay.
But the murders did.
I might say, didn't she end up in jail at the end?
The murders did happen. And I do
Well, they didn't
agree
show.
with some of what Bondi's saying, because remember how she went to the bank and wasn't nobody there and they couldn't open it? His continuity be off at times in his films, because how is nobody in the bank and they're closed, but then when she finished talking to the teller, they got a line of people asking like, why is she taking so long? He be having his continuity off. He gotta work
And
on that.
because and this is why I feel like his mind is still back there, because what he does is put tropes from the movies we grew up watching in his shit. So sometimes I feel like what he's seeing is something that we've seen over and over again. Y'all have seen the episodes of
Yeah.
Martin where he's in line at the bank or at the DMV and everybody behind him is like, nigga, hurry up. And like the tension that also creates. Cause like, tell me y'all don't be in line sometimes feeling like this anxiety that I don't want to be here too long. Cause I know people behind me gonna be like, how long these bitches gonna be, So I just feel like he knows how to play on certain things that we've seen over and over again that are tropes from older shows or older movies. And that's what I mean by him not like upgrading with the times in a way that makes me feel like, now why we gotta go back there, Tyler? Like, why we gotta go
He
back
up,
there?
he upgraded for himself though. Like we've seen this happen before.
Wait,
Like, oh my gosh, I've been watching this the whole time, and the main character is crazy. That twist is just it just
Oh,
wasn't
wasn't that
something that I would
Frankie?
expect from Tyler.
Yeah, no, not from Tyler. But again, he goes around and looks to see what he can copy. But Frankie and somebody, Viola Davis and Jennifer Lopez, I think, did a movie together where it ended up with, like you find out the whole movie that it was she was hallucinating the whole
I mean,
movie.
Johnny Depp, that movie Shooter, was a author talking about his wife. Didn't realize he had murdered her, buried her in the backyard where he had a garden. The other movie
Frankie
about the
has.
guy in the psych ward, I think that was also no, that wasn't Johnny Depp. That was the white man that be dating the young women, the real young girls. His birthday on the same day as mine, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Hmm.
We've seen it a bunch of times. Shutter Island, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, and listen, it's not. I feel like whenever you say anything negative about him, everybody wants to. Why y'all always gotta criticize? And then you feel like you should support him because he's black and he's a billionaire. And I don't like that people pedestalize motherfuckers for stuff like that, right? Because when you really look at it, he working them people to death. And I feel like I can't help but notice that he's working them people to death. I can't help but notice that I don't like Taraji's energy in interviews as she's talking about this movie or doing promotion for this movie. It's almost like she's not out of the character yet. And I know it can't have been that long since they actually did it. They did it in 4 days. It took them 2 days to edit it. Like, how long, when movie was released right after that, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all shot and released the movie in 7 days or some shit. So like it's just giving, he's always cutting corners, but as long as he can have the namesake, the person that you recognize, say that she's being paid well, then that's supposed to make us not pay attention to the fact that you're working them people to death in a short amount of time and probably not having to take care of them the way you should because you doing it in such a short amount of time. Then I also think about how he never wants to like get other like black women writers or producers or directors that can work with him on a lot of his projects. And that shit kind of bothers me because I feel like his perspective is from a little boy that's still mad at the ignorant ass female family members for making him feel bad for being softer. Like it's just something about the way he portrays women that reminds me like you grew up in New Orleans like me. So I bet you there's a whole bunch that there's like a stereotype of struggling woman that you can't stand. And I think he constantly puts that type of shit, that feeling, that type of vibe, that grimy, fucked up ass vibe. Like he puts that shit in characters in his movies and TV shows and shit. Then I can recognize it. So yeah, like I think he gets good sometimes. Like I thought Beauty and the Black was entertaining, still with the sadistic shit, but it was lighter than All the Queen's Men, which at some point feels so fucking dark and cringy. Like, I don't even want to watch that shit. Like, the sex scenes aren't hot. Everything feels like assault. Like, everything feels like assault over there. Niggas cutting the circulation to their dicks makes, like, ever since that first season
What?
where they talked about how because the dude kept tying his dick off, and it's supposed to make it harder for when they're performing, but what it actually does is cause issues with the dick to where it may not work, and then sometimes it'll, like, the discoloration from the blood flow not going to the dick. So, like, it becomes an issue, like a medical issue. So he was going through that. And ever since then, I haven't been able to really watch that shit without cringing. So
Wow.
Tyler Perry just, it's a certain level of sadistic gutter butt shit that he be into. And sometimes it's just hard to take his content in because of that. But you want to support him supporting the actors that you like. But I'm glad y'all enjoyed the movie. I'm definitely gonna try to watch Divorced Sisters. I put the first episode on and I was bored up until the end when I saw, of course, Devon Franklin's playing a preacher that's fucking a teenage girl, and LaToya Luckett is the pastor's wife. So that should be interesting. Come on, Greenleaf.
Yeah, I cut it off after they went outside to talk after like the first few minutes of it. It was right after the BET Awards. I think I was trying to get into Love Island, but I said I'm gonna check it out too. It may be good.
I might. Probably not.
I love y'all trying to be specific in the comments. The movie was shot in 9 days. Taraji's part was shot in 4. Yeah, movies usually go for like 3 to 4 months.
Right.
Yep, they do.
So you telling me the 5-day difference? What did I say? All together 7, and you say 9?
Yeah.
Extra days, girl. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And also just one more thing to validate my point about that, in case you think I'm tripping. What y'all think DeVal was crying about in that interview?
What interview?
being overworked and
Yeah,
overwhelmed.
exactly. Remember when DeVal was like, "I'm
Oh,
sorry,
DeVal?
y'all." He was like, "I miss
Oh.
myself. I miss my wife."
I
When he
think he
said, "I
crying
miss."
about a lot. I don't even think it's just a Tyler Perry. I think they literally work on, like, one, yes, I think part of it is Tyler, but I think their life revolves around influencing. I think they're always having to promote something. Even when they go on family vacations, they're having to
Right.
do like
Oh yeah,
promotion
they said that.
Nickelodeon,
But what's the
place that
point
they're
of
staying at. It's
acting?
always something.
What's the point of acting if you can't sometimes turn that shit off? Like, acting is supposed to make it so that you don't have to be an influencer 24/7. Like, you supposed to be able to turn this as an influencer. You supposed to be able to turn this shit off from time to time. And so I feel like the fact that they live in their lives like that, like, it's just a little sad. And then you find out his wife, now she's signing on to do a Tyler Perry show. So now they're both going to be being worked to the bone at Tyler Perry Studios. Do they live on Tyler Perry? Y'all know I'm asking. Do they live on Tyler Perry Studios? That's a possibility.
They might have a spot there, but they definitely got a nice big house.
For sure.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure they do. But I just mean,
they
like,
probably got a spot.
We need the couple to look at, because I can't take no more fucking injections from the other couple.
From
Oh
who?
my God.
KJ and Sky Black. It
Girl.
looked like, yeah, let me stop. That
They
woman's
performed
pregnant.
too much for me. Even the way they were taking their pictures at the BET Awards was aggravating the fuck out of me, low key. I was just like, okay, girl, do the photo shoot for you and your baby and your husband somewhere else. All this kneeling on the fucking carpet and shit. Like, when people perform so much like that, I click out of believing what they're selling when I feel like they're trying to sell it to me so tough.
Well,
So they are weird. Somebody said they're so weird to me. They are weird.
it's scary.
Something's amiss. And then the fact that they're part of Tyler Perry's universe, girl.
Scarier.
Y'all listen. When a nigga get a Boondocks episode, you need to believe that something is not quite right. Okay. When people get Boondocks episodes, please believe something is not quite right.
Let me ask y'all this: if Tyler called y'all right now and said he had a part, what y'all saying?
Period. I do it. It don't seem like they gotta act too hard. 3 days. Get the check. Go.
You doing it, Bondi? A moment of silence.
It's because I could see how it could be a good opportunity and I could see how it could not be a good opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like if Tyler Perry called me to hire me, it would be because you want me to get all excited so that you can make me pay for what I've said about you online.
You would be looking for a setup. Like, what
Yeah.
happened? What is this? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I wouldn't trust it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just wouldn't trust it. And I don't know. Like to me, I look at some of the people that are not well known that he gets into business with, and they're not well known before him, and I wouldn't be
Or
well
after.
known. Right. I wouldn't be well
Mm-hmm.
known before him, right? So if I come in, if people find out, well, people know me, but you know what I mean. If I was
Right.
to blow up from something Tyler Perry, I would wonder if I would then be stuck only dealing with Tyler Perry.
I wouldn't want to be stuck. Yes.
And that's another thing, because I would just be thinking about all those things as somebody that actually looks at these people. Like I wouldn't trust the situation, to be honest.
Huh.
As for me, I
Or
saw somebody
Family
say,
Guy.
Jamie, what about you? Yeah, I would do it. I'm with Niecy, period. However, um, because I know that opportunity will put more eyes on me, I would definitely need to have an attorney or agent to make a
Facilitate.
very clear contract for me to be able to have other opportunities after I don't know, whatever period of time. Because sometimes, if you're working on a show, it ain't just Tyler Perry that'll pigeonhole you. It just depends on the show that you're
Yeah.
working on. A lot of people get pigeonholed, and
Like
sometimes
the
it's
Harry
because
Potter
of the
boy.
show that you're on, you may be filming that show for maybe 3 months. However, with how the show is, you may film for the first 3 months of the year and may not film to the fall or the end, but they need you to have a free schedule. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it kind of hinders you from auditioning for upcoming projects, depending on how the contract is. And if you do
And then,
audition, it may be for stuff that's going to be a year or two down the line
you
versus
see
I
how
need
he
you
do his
now.
shows. You see how the shows, like to me, this seems like the first time Sisters has taken a long break before they came back for another season. Like
It may be because what you call
they had a
KJ's
baby.
pregnant.
Mhm.
That's
I
what I
will
was
need to have
thinking.
that Karen. I forgot her name. Ebony Obsidian. I would need to have the Ebony Obsidian contract because I feel like she's able to go off and do other stuff. She don't really be with them like that for real, for real. She
But
come in, do her job.
you see how she had to keep somewhat of a fucking distance. And I think that says a lot as well. Like she moving, and you could tell she's just a really good actress. Like I've seen her in other things as
She
well that are
is.
not just Hollywood. She's really talented. But I can see her taking the opportunity, but also not aligning herself 100% with that Tyler Perry click shit that they do. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me feel like that's her trying to create some type of separation. Like, I don't want y'all to only see me as a part of Tyler Perry. So they hanging together. I'm not going to always be there.
Yeah. And then I think, it could be how their contract is and how filming is. But then also, I think some of the actors may be comfortable, right? And I say
Mhm.
that because, one, remember the strike took place. So nobody was working.
Mhm.
Everybody was glad to have an opportunity with Tyler. And then after that, they're cutting so many shows. So with a lot of shows being cut, people trying to save on their budget, people may be auditioning for stuff and not getting chosen. So I would stay close to the vest too, especially when you hear stories like what Taraji is saying, like
Mhm.
he's willing to pay her more than some of these big productions that
Mhm.
may have you filming for months would do. So you mean to tell me I can make this money in 9 days? Oh, fuck yeah. You say how many?
Mhm.
2 million? Yeah, thank you. Let me go and get up here and do my thing and go back home. Oh, you said 4 days actually for 2 million. Thank you for your
Let me just
service.
not sleep
Absolutely.
for 4
No,
days.
for real,
Right.
for
So
real.
I think
You're
some
gonna
of
have
them
to be
may
on
get
the
comfortable.
IV drip, everything after that shit over.
Okay, I'm gonna need all my coin. I'm gonna need everything.
Yeah.
Definitely go through all of that for sure. But yeah.
And I do feel like he might be look, somebody said he ain't paying you that. And see, that's what I'm saying.
But see, that's the thing though. We don't have to say 4 million, right? I'm saying it in terms of being Taraji, right? But as a black actor, some of these big white studios ain't paying you that either, meaning
That's very
100,000.
true.
You know what I'm saying? It may be 50,000 for that project.
Right.
So they may be okay and being able to, like, I love acting, right? So they may be like, I love acting and I'll be able to act on this set for 120,000. I'm gonna take that opportunity because a lot of people may not pay you that, so it don't have to be 4 million. It could be 100 and some thousand, but that to them may be going into somebody's studio doing the same shit over and over and over again versus going into somebody's office, not living out my dreams and feeling unfulfilled. You see what I'm saying? So I think the situation is different for everybody. So if it's not 4 million, and somebody may do it for 40K, you know what I'm saying? Their goal is to continue to be out there and sharpen their skills with other actors, because that's the good thing too. Some of these people that's not known on Tyler's set, they get to act with a Taraji P. I saw people on this straw that I took acting class with, and to see them opposite of and like Mike that's standing next to Tiana, like he was one of the agents, like to be able to be in front of these people and sharpen your skills with professionals that's been in this game for a long time. Hey, that's everything. And now these people know who you are. And based on your professionalism on set, you don't know when they're going to reach out and pull you forward. Like, it's just about how you look at it when you're entering the space. A lot of actors have done crappy ass shit. That's
Like,
everybody has, or worse.
Everybody has.
So,
And it's not even a
get
judgment like that. It's not even a judgment like that. It's just a judgment that I feel like sometimes because black people are because that everything you just said, because of everything you just said, we kind of support people that exploit us because we're black, they're black, and they're offering us a little bit more, but they're also going to work us to death, and we may not get the same treatment. You know what I'm saying? So, and everything is, you have to weigh everything. You have to weigh everything. You know what I'm saying? But the more I do this, the more I sometimes look at that world like I like being on the cusp of it and not actually fully being in it. Because I feel like sometimes when you're in it, you can't see the forest for the trees, and you forget that some of these people are actually dangerous to be around if you actually know them for real. And I'm not saying that about Tyler. I'm just saying in general, the entertainment industry. But I think people should always do what they're good at and always do what their gift is and always try to find a way to make it work for themselves. Because I think there are a lot, like you said, there are a lot of actors and actors out here that make this shit work for them, regardless of whether they on Tyler Perry shit or they on somebody else shit. They make this shit work for them. And I ain't mad at it. I'm just saying, for me, the energy don't feel.
That's why you gotta have to me, I feel like that's where your agents, your lawyers come in handy to negotiate. It gotta make sense too. If you're gonna have to not be able to book other opportunities, like the pay has to make sense. And that's the other part where I feel like we may be speaking more so on how the production staff may position it and this, that, and the other, but they may be doing good on their side, right? As far as production, but the actors may be comfortable. They may be A-okay with the amount that they're getting and continuing to work for that one person or that studio over and over and over again.
He reminds me a lot of Carlos, though. And that's what I keep in mind about, the way shit the way people can cut corners. And us, the public, may not always know how much they cut corners. He likes the praise. And that's another thing. I hate when people turn into fake preachers and shit. That's another thing that be low-key making me look at you funny style and stuff. And he likes to break into preaching and all of that sometimes. And I just
Carlos. Yeah, he was just doing it this
Tyler.
Carlos does that, but I meant Tyler. But they're a lot alike. And I said it before, and then people was like, Carlos and Tyler. I'm like, yeah, like they are a lot alike if you pay attention to some things that people may say about the exploitation of people in these industries. That's all I'm saying, girl. But I don't begrudge y'all. I don't begrudge y'all at all, man. Get your fucking money.
Well, all right, y'all. That's it for this week. Y'all be sure to follow us on Instagram. Email us for listener letters. Jamie, that's me. Bondi Blue, Blue Rose Bondi, and myself at Nixie Dixon.